based on some principle. The people you meet, the places you go to, and the perspective that you have. Those three things will actually define you. The people you meet, the places you go to, and the kind of perspective that you have. Those are the three things that actually help you. So if I ask you now, introduce yourself. I've taught this, of course it's in my book as well, and it has helped a lot of people, even freelancers. Whereby I ask you to introduce yourself. From the introduction, it can almost be like you are pitching effortlessly. Now if I ask you to introduce yourself, let me pick someone here. Let me find a fine face. Alright, you stand up. What is your name? Can I meet you? Do that all over again. Let me, I'm just meeting you. I'm giving you a handshake. Can I meet you, sir? What will be your response? Okay. 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 Alright. So clap for him. Clap for him. Have your seat. Now, what is succeeded in doing? Now, if I meet him on the road, okay, this is, let me say, is currently learning this, currently learning that. And if you are the one that is somebody to patronize, will you patronize you? Let's be sincere. Will you? Because you'll be like, he's still in the learning phase, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. He's still learning, you know. He said it's this, is that. Then after his name, he talked about his academic background, currently social level, studying this, studying that. But if it's a business kind of setting, then what I need from you is very simple. Who your primary customers are after your name, and if you, of course, if you have a registered brand, you have a brand name. Who your primary customers are, X, I call it XYZ. What you do for them, then the result you help them achieve. Now write that down and now construct your own kind of, can I meet you? You understand? Let's say you are a fashion designer. Even as a fashion designer, it still has many branches. Are you sewing corporate? Are you sewing native? Is it for men? Is it for women? Okay, let's say you sew corporate wears. That's what you make. Okay. Hello, my name is Lydia. Let me just use that. Anybody very Lydia? Apologies. Yes, this might be your business too. Anyway, my name is Lydia. I'm a fashion designer. You told me what you do. I help. Now you are talking about who? I help classy ladies look good, thereby helping them to close more deals. Now, I already know that, okay, it's not just sewing clothes, he has a specific audience she's selling to. And if I belong to that particular audience, definitely I'll collect her contact after the discussion. And she's already telling me what I help her to, okay, to close more sales. Maybe real estate, maybe opening new bank accounts, maybe this, maybe that. You already know that you are not just a general fashion designer. You have a mission, and it's stated clearly. I hope someone is getting me. So those are the things you need to understand when it comes to this. And of course, just from my introduction, I'm able to identify, okay, your ideal customer. These are the set of people. All right, moving on. Strategy number 2 is craft a compelling value proposition. Craft a compelling value proposition. It's very important that you do this. Your value proposition is what sets you apart from your competitors. Now, going back to what I said in the first strategy, an example I gave, you can see that it's together, isn't it? Isn't it? Your competitors, they can just, okay, doing fashion designing. I've seen people that say, okay, what do you do? You say, I sew for men, I sew for women, native, corporate, everything. to me, I don't think you'll be somebody that will be able to handle a lot of stuff because it's just too vast. You're not really niching down to tell me what you're actually doing and who you are serving in particular. So it's very, very important that you understand that. It might take you time to know that after doing different kind of things. It's like when I do this, I'm better. People appreciate my services, or people buy this particular product when I promote it more than the others. So it's actually showing you what market you should focus your attention to. On. I hope you are together. So you have to have that, and there's something we call unique selling propositions. Some people can call it unique selling points and stuff like that. A USP. It's very important when it comes to sales to know what sets you apart. I think is it Domino's now? There's a particular food industry that said if you order a pizza from us and it doesn't get delivered within 30 minutes, we pay. Have you heard that before? That set them apart. You already know that no, their own is time, they are faster. Now in any business you are doing, it must fulfill any of these three or all of these three if you can. Is it cheaper? Is it faster? Is it better? Now that better is relative because you have to understand your competition and know the best. You know, and say yes, even the best will still beat the best. Is it cheaper? Is it faster? Is it better? Any of the three, or two of the three, or all of the three, good for you. So maybe everybody is doing this at a particular range. Okay, let's say graphic designer now. I'm just saying, for example, let's say everybody is charging, let's say 10,000 naira, 15,000 naira, 20,000 naira, 30,000 naira for their graphic design. But they can spend a day or 2 days before they deliver. But you can do that within 2 hours, or 3 hours, or 4 hours, or within 6 hours. You have to first get the time to study your competitors and say, okay, what can I do that they are not doing? That's your unique selling proposition. Is everybody baking buns? But I want my own buns to have this particular recipe, this particular flavor. Have you seen any brand, beverage brand that has the same taste with Coca-Cola? Answer me. That's their unique selling point. That's their unique selling proposition. Because they have something that sets them apart. So you too should have that factor in your business. It is very, very, very important. Then the next strategy we're talking about, which should be the third one, is leverage content marketing. What did I say? These people are sleeping. What did I say? In the last 7 days, you have consumed at least 20 videos. Raise up your hand. In the last 7 days, at least 20 videos, either on TikTok, on Instagram, Twitter. Oh, there are plenty. Oh, interesting. Okay. In the last 24 hours, you have consumed close to 20 videos. Raise up your hand. Feel free to raise up your hand. Now, there's nothing bad there now. Oh, we are plenty too. Nice. What is that telling you? What content are you putting out there about your product or your business or your services? A lot of people just want something to binge on. Some people, after the day's work, they just want to sit down, relax, and watch TikTok and laugh. I've seen, I think it's somebody's comment section before that said, with everything going on in Nigeria, thank God for data. Or if not, depression will kill people. I've never felt that way before. Thank God I have data. I know people that if they don't have money for food, they must have money for data, because they must consume that TikTok. Maybe it's one dance they want to see on TikTok, or a particular comedian they want to see, or maybe they have somebody which is of the fewer number that they are following to learn a particular thing according to what they are doing. Because we have a lot of people doing entertainment than education online. A lot of entertainers, a lot of comedians will get more views faster than you. They are trying to teach them A, B, and C. Am I lying? Am I lying? Yeah. Even some of you on the notification. Maybe you on the notification for Mr. Macaroni, for La CCLN, for Tauma, and the likes. Then you have people maybe you are following. Chris Du, Myron Golden, this, that they teach educative stuff. And at the end of the day, they drop a video. Macaroni drops a video. Which one you go and watch first? Don't lie, you. You're in the presence of God. Which one will you watch first? Macaroni. Why? Because you want to say, oh, freaky, Abby. Those are the things you want to see. Because the brain, the body is wired in the kind of way that it wants more pleasure than discipline. So sometimes even with create educational stuff, we still find a way of making it edutainment. Okay, we are trying to educate them, but let's see how we can make it funny that will grab their attention. They are learning and they are having fun. I think a creator that knows that does that, he will teach you stuff even in his stuff is Brain Jotter and some other ones like that. You will laugh, yes, but they're trying to pass a message across that you still learn. You understand? So it's very important that you create content about your business. If you're a graphic designer, tell people, see, you can say I'm still learning. Now, there's a mistake a lot of people make. Like my brother introduced himself the other time. I'm still learning. Start creating content in the learning process. What did I say? You're already building a following. You are building a community while doing that. By the time you are done learning and you are practicing, when others are just starting to maybe create content now, they are done. They are now looking for people to patronize them. You already have people you carried along the journey. So now you have a large following, you have a community, you have super fans. See, let me tell you, amongst all your followers, we have some set of people that they have constant K in all your content. They will always like it when they see it. They will always comment. They love you. The love they are giving you is way more than other people. Pay attention to those kind of people. We call them super fans. In fact, if you tell them to pay money after teaching them a lot, they will pay. I have experienced it even when I was still in school, whereby I would have a lot of people I teach online, but I have this set of people that they can cut their head for me, and I've not seen them face to face. We only see through videos, webinars, through maybe Telegram class, Zoom class, what have you. And the love they have for me is even deeper than, I can feel it, than people that we meet on a normal day. That's what technology has brought to our age. So it's very important that you don't joke with those kind of people. You can see people that will say, okay, so person is my friend, I'm following so person, but the following they are following is like they are following the person's spirit, soul and body. So if the person does anyhow, comes out with a kind of fashion, because so person is doing it, let me do it. That's why a lot of the celebrities determine some kind of fashion trends, isn't it? There was a time that baggy trouser was not the in thing. It is carrots, it was stumps that we used to wear. How many of us know that time? We wear a cap that is flat-headed like this. We wear carrots, now slim. I think most people can relate. It's Gen Alpha, we have not Gen Zs. Okay, we have that. That's what was raining. Then all of a sudden, somebody came with a baggy big trouser. And none of you love him. And before you know what's happening, everybody's wearing baggy. For me, I'm kind of person that even crazy jeans, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's good. All I'm just saying is, if you are not careful, people will determine, like they will dictate to you, because fashion will keep rolling, will keep coming. A kind of fashion. There was a time they were wearing baggy trousers. In our Father's Day, they do afro and boot cuts. Maybe you are going there. It's already going back. It will still come. So when people say you will enjoy it if you are wearing baggy, I say, see, let me just day my day. The fashion will still come and come back to my own age. You understand? So it's actually important for us to focus on that aspect. So create content, write stuff about your thing. Then about content creation is very simple. Let me give you a simple formula we use for content creation. We call the hook, the story, and the offer. The hook, story and the offer. Hook is that statement, first statement you make that will make them stop scrolling on Instagram Reels, that will make them stop scrolling on TikTok, that will make them stop scrolling on YouTube Shorts or on Thread. I mean, they still use Thread. Okay, good. Very few. I think only one person. Interesting. Thread is still coming up, but don't give up on that guy. So then we still have different platforms. It's the first thing you see that be like, this one hits me. It's talking to me. So you can start stuff like, that's why I say practice this thing. Have you seen stuff like this? If you are below 1,000 followers, listen to this. There is a lot in TikTok. Abi, I have something for you. If you are struggling to make sales on your business or using your WhatsApp status, listen to this. You want to listen because you have been posting, all your family and friends have been seeing it. Your status viewers have entered 600, no sale. You've done contact gain. How many have you done contact gain? I will break some tables, I'm sorry. I will shatter some and I will remove some. You have done contact gain. How far that brought you? Did they actually turn to customer? Don't lie, you. Let's be sincere. Yes, I need a response. No. Why? Why do you think that is? But they'll tell you, you have access to 5,000. They send you the VCF. You put it like this, palm. They all see your status. But they are not buying. Why are they not buying? It's very simple. They don't know you. People buy things before people they know, like, and trust. That's the KLT formula for sales. So if they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, I'm sorry, they're not going to buy from you. So they would have seen your content over and over, come to like you in a kind of way. Then if you not tell them come and buy, it won't be hard. The resistance will be very, very low. And how do you create this? It's very simple. How do they know you? Start posting videos online. Some of you might ask, how many times should I post? As much as you can. It's not everything you have to edit. Sometimes just do some. Do it as short as it. Carry your phone, portrait mode, talk to the camera. This is it. And when you are creating content, have a persona in view. Have somebody you have in mind in view. Maybe you are talking to people that are trying to get remote jobs on LinkedIn. There's a way you communicate to them. Do we understand? Maybe you are talking to people, fashion designers on WhatsApp, and trying to tell them how they can get sales or get customers to patronize them for their services. There's a way you talk to them. Oh, maybe you sell Milky Donuts. In fact, if they told Milky Donuts back in 23 that it will blow, they will say it's a lie. Back in 2023. But all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. Everybody shouting Milky Donuts. A lot of things have happened. So that Milky Donuts, you understand? But me, I refuse to be tempted. You understand? So it's very important. But how did you get to know about it? Through content. If you are cooking, let me give you simple. Maybe some of you have seen it in my content before. If you are cooking food, you like cooking, you are passionate about cooking, and people used to tell you that your food is sweet. Maybe in your hostel, your food is nice, your food is making sense, it's good. The only thing you need, number one, have a WhatsApp that has catalog, snap good pictures. See, it's not until a lot of people come to me, say I don't have a good phone. Borrow phone. After service, people will borrow phone to snap picture, but for their business, they will give you funny excuses. Borrow phone to create content, borrow phone to snap picture. If you don't have, no excuse. If you can't see anybody to borrow you, then check your behavior. You are not a good person. It's funny, Abi, but that's the bitter truth. If I can't borrow you my phone to snap, then something's wrong with you. It's either if I give you my phone, you spoil it, or we are not on good terms. Borrow phone. So, because a lot of people come with this excuse, I don't have this, I don't have borrow phone. Okay, you say, okay, for content creation, you have to have good lighting, you have to have good audio, and this and that. So, because I don't have ring lights, I don't have mic, I don't have this, that's why I'm not creating. Let me tell you, after you get it, you still have one excuse or the other. So people have bought the mic, it's gathering dust at home. So content creation, you can't see the era we are right now. If you are not talking about your business, then you keep consuming content from other people talking about theirs. So they are selling to you, but you're not selling. At the end of the day, you'll be broke. If you are selling, you are buying, they are selling to you, you are the recipient, and you are not selling, then you will go broke. That one is inevitable. Then, to one of the most important one is utilize WhatsApp marketing. Utilize WhatsApp marketing. How many of you are on WhatsApp? In fact, I don't think that's a question. If you are not on WhatsApp, you are not started. Utilize WhatsApp marketing. It's very important for your business. And there are many ways you can do this. Let me show you some simple ways. We have 2 ways for advertising businesses. Let me just touch on that quickly. We have the paid and we have the organic. What did I say? We have paid advertising, then we have organic. There's nothing like free advertising. It's not free because you spend something. There are 4 currencies that people spend: money, energy, attention, and time. So 4 resources, 4 currencies that people spend: money, energy, attention, and time. So if you can't spend money to advertise, you spend energy and time to get your product out there. So I understand a lot of people might not have that money to do maybe Facebook ads, Instagram ads, but you can use WhatsApp. Funny enough, a lot of WhatsApp TVs have used it for you. But just because you want to win that special prize, if you can bring a lot of referrals to them, you're just caught in the web, just doing stuff because you want to collect 120k, 150k like that from a WhatsApp TV. But it's actually using you to gather audience to himself. While I can use that same strategy to gather audience to your business. Your family and friends might not buy from you, but strangers will not find it hard buying from you because they know you. See finish, we enter. Even Jesus Christ, they saw him finish when he was here, isn't it? See finish entered. Now they didn't really value him like that. It was people, strangers, that valued him. So the same for your business. They will not buy from you, or even if they are buying from you, they're asking for family and friend discount, which actually not is, it ought not to be so. It's actually affecting your business. Be careful why you give discounts. Discounts is not always the best because at the end of the day, you are shorting yourself. So for WhatsApp marketing, let me teach you how. Let me just run through this very quick. I want to be very, very practical with you guys. So first thing, we have WhatsApp broadcast list. How many of you know that? WhatsApp broadcast list. Good. Those of you that send WhatsApp broadcast list and say, "Good afternoon, sir and ma," raise up your hand. Don't lie. Hello, sir and ma. Anybody that sees that, either I'm a male or I'm a female, I already know that this is a BC. I might not respond. At the end of the day, how many of them respond? Don't lie. They will just keep. But wait, today, they will just keep. There's a strategy behind BC. I know we're already coming up with AI stuff, and we have Wati, we have a lot of stuff that we actually personalize, like the way you do email marketing. That will call out the person's name and stuff. It's not yet very conversant with WhatsApp, not yet popular, but there's a way you can still do it organically. This is for organic traffic. If you have money, you can pay WhatsApp TV. You can start from that. That's where I started. You understand? Pay WhatsApp TV and pay WhatsApp TV to do the hard work for you if you have money. But if you don't have money, use WhatsApp broadcasts. Create WhatsApp broadcast list for men, male, female, uncle, auntie. Yes, you have your uncles. There's a way you greet them. Abi? So when you are sending hello sir to 50 males, they will respond. When I say hello ma to 50 women, they will respond. Hello guy to people of your hair, they will respond. Do that one. But sometimes, you know, you are not a computer. You can't be chatting people every time. You understand? So there are some kind of people that they have grown cold. You have not chatted them for a long time. What do? You greet them in the morning. Maybe you want to sell to them. You sell it to them tomorrow or the day after. Greet them. Add them in the broadcast list. Send hellos to all of them or use voice notes. That's a little bit more personalized. Hello guy, how you doing? Don't tell. Just send that one. They will respond. Why? Because it's not hello Sama. It looks personal. At least that's 80% response you get. Then for females, same thing applies. Then after that, maybe after sending it in the morning, of course you have to go through the pain. You spend time to reply all of them. So after replying and doing all those things, you will now, maybe you now have something you want to sell to them. Maybe do that. Let's just say between the time you are greeting them and getting a response, make sure you answer all of them. Make sure it's between 12 hours to 24 hours. You are trying to warm them up. There's something called cold markets, there's something called warm markets. You understand? Warm them up, then you can now sell to them. Do you understand? And sometimes I even tell them to help you post a particular stuff on their status. Most times I prefer people doing videos to help people because it shares more information about your business than any other thing. You know my time is up. I'm rounding up already. So it's very important you create visuals for your business. You see, the era we are right now, if you are very good with creating content, especially video content, and people love you already for that, it will be easy to sell. Don't let us deceive ourselves. Start on TikTok, Facebook Reels, Instagram, and see you can post the same content on all of the platforms. I've seen the content that I posted on TikTok did 800 views. Posted the same content on Facebook, did 500,000 views. Posted the same on YouTube Shorts, did like maybe 100 views. On Instagram Reels, maybe did around 1,000 views. Same content, different audience, different algorithm. You understand? But at least spread it. Like the Bible says, spread your seed upon many waters because you don't know the water. You know, favor you at the end of the day. So, in wrapping up, practice all these things to actually help you, and of course, go for knowledge. Go for knowledge is very, very important. Learn, buy courses, buy books to actually help you. Some of you can watch Korean movie, different seasons, from one season to the other. Maybe your own is not Korean movie, maybe your own is other kind of movies. Yes, it's good to entertain yourself, but with that, make sure you are developing yourself. Some people can even buy tickets to watch a celebrity, but to pay to buy a course that will improve them, no. If you are in that shoe, you need to change. You need to, up your game. It's not that balanced. I'm not saying you should not be entertained, but pay, invest in personal development. It actually take you far. And in rounding up, if you want to get more insights about everything I've said, because in a more deeper and practical way, it's very easy. Reach out to me or reach out to any of my staff. Reach out to them. We have a coaching online. We have online coaching that we do that help people in this stage. Because sometimes, the truth is my time is already up. I can't give you everything. If I'm to have my time next 3 hours, I'm still pouring and you will practicalize very well. But when they told me that I'm coming to teach practical, I'll be like, somebody that is a teacher, and from practical stuff, I would have loved to practice some things, but time is not on our side. But to get more insights about all these things, you can reach out to me, or you can Google my name, Bayodayo Ayokunlemi online, or Ayokunlemi Bayode online, then or Nat Digital Echo on Instagram. We help people to create content about your business because you might be somebody that is very busy, and we have people that will help you create that content for you, from voiceovers to graphic designs that catch your attention to video adverts and stuff. And if you want to get more, there's a book I have. It's actually help you 6 strategies to double your sales this year and beyond. So if that is you are interested in that, get that XYZ I talked about, you will see it in that book. Scan the QR code, you can go to the link and get it. It will actually help you. Some of you will not get it. You still go and watch your Mr. Macaroni, no problem. You understand? But don't come back and be complaining about sales and not getting results, because it's now asking, what have you done? The things you've learned today, some of you will practice. Maybe 1% of you will practice. That's the truth. Some of you just keep that jotter the same way you jot on Sunday and go back without checking through what the pastor said. A lot of you have gotten blessings in church, but you don't go back to see those things. That's why it's not bearing fruit in your life. The same thing with this. If you have jotted a lot of stuff, a lot of strategies, you don't act on it, my dear, it will be as good as you stay in your house and not coming. I know that's a very hard pill to swallow, but that's the truth. All right, so thank you very much. Thank you for your time, because you spent a currency with me, your time. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And let me leave with this. Let me leave you with this. This will be complete if I don't say this. Just like a quote, it's a simple quote. Don't just learn this alone. Take what? Take what? Take action. Don't just learn alone. There is a popular brand that I like. I like their motto. They say, just do it. What brand is that? Nike. Just what? Just what? No excuses. Just do it. Thank you very much.
Is that the best you can do? Come on, can you celebrate him? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. And the last point is, with all of this value, if all you do is just take knowledge, right? There's this popular saying also that says, no matter how beautiful you draw a horse on a paper, the horse can never run, right? So it's the same thing with knowledge without implementation. If you want to see results in what you've learned today, make sure you take action, right?
So, giving room for just one question. When you have a question for the speaker, like,
Just one. Anybody, you have a question on practical sales tips on how you can boost your selling. Anybody. All right, thank you so much. Can we appreciate him as he comes forward?
All right, thank you very much, sir, for that session. All right, my question is about algorithms for the social media platforms. How do we understand, if it's possible to understand, how do we understand algorithms? Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok.
All right, for understanding algorithms, we have different algorithms for different social media handles, and we have a particular demography per social media. We have the more of the elderly ones on Facebook. How many of you can relate to me? Yeah, we have like 18 to 25 fans, stuff like that. And most time people like this, before they can consume your content, maybe after work. So it's very good if you post in the evening. These are things that I've tried and tested, you understand? Post in the evening is better, you understand? Anything from 6 p.m. and the likes. Then for TikTok, that place is wild, it's crazy. You can post anytime. It's like those people there, they are younger people, they don't have what they are doing with their time. They can, in the afternoon, during break, they can be watching TikTok. So just post and at least try as much as possible. If yours is once per day, post. Twice per day, post. So then for Twitter, of course, you know what, like X is more of threads, you understand, a little bit of video. LinkedIn too, same thing. You have to say a story, type it, then put a little video there. Just show up. That's one thing. Along the line, you will learn the algorithms. When you check your analytics, there's something called analytics. They will tell you what time most of your people are watching your content. So that's to actually show you best time to post. It's actually a thing.
Thank you so much, sir. Can we celebrate him again? All right.
you are sleeping, wake up now. So I want you to look to the person beside you, left or right, and just high five them quickly. Say to the person, I am a billionaire. I, Grace, am a billionaire. Yeah. So, over to the game section.
All right. It looks like some people are already sleeping. I saw somebody bowing her head just now. Please don't sleep. Please look at your neighbor. Say don't sleep. Let your neighbor wake up. Yes. All right. We're going to be having a brief interacting section right about now. And somebody say games. Yes, we're going to have a brief gaming section right now. And I don't want us to pay close attention. So, when we started this conference, we started with vocational skills, right? Then after 2 days, we went to tech skills where we were able to learn skills like video editing, website design, and a whole lot of amazing tech skills. So if you know you participated in the tech skill training, right? We have the video editing class, we have forex class, we have crypto class, we have a whole lot of classes that are represented here. So for video editing, I need somebody to stand up to play this game, to be a representative. You know you're in video editing. Anybody, quickly.
Representative from each skills, like the 12 or 13.
Video editing. Thank you so much. Can you come forward? Can we celebrate that? UI UX design. UI UX design.
Please let's be quick about
Please let's be quick. We don't have much time. UI UX. Yes, nobody. All right, let's celebrate him. Digital marketing. Quickly. Digital marketing. Digital marketing. We are not here. Okay, data analytics. Digital marketing. Awesome. Let's celebrate him. Data analytics. If you know you are proud of your skill, your tech skill, please just come forward. If you know you are proud of the skill you learned. Okay, we had software testing also. Just come out if you know you are proud of the skill. Graphics design, anybody? Graphics design, awesome. Let's celebrate him.
Oh, that's software testing. Or graphic design, anybody?
Graphics design, we had a whole lot of skills. We had back-end design, yes, something like that. Yes. Please come forward if you are proud of your skill. Thank you so much, sir. There are some skills that I have not mentioned and some people are hiding.
Photography.
Yes, thank you so much. Photography.
Front-end development. We are for forex.
Forex. Anybody from forex? Thank you so much.
Anybody from crypto?
Crypto, yes. I'm actually in crypto, but I don't want to play the game with them. Yes, thank you so much, sir. That's all of the skills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Web development. Do you have anybody in web development? Thank you so much.
Then project. Is it project or product?
Product management. Anybody from product management? Okay. There's nobody. All right. So we are going to be moving on with the game. I want to explain the game to you. So the game is very simple. It's called Scavenger Hunt. The game is called a Scavenger Hunt. Scavenger Hunt. And I'll explain the game to you. This is what we are going to be doing simply. Now, all right, our mommy just walked in. Please, can we celebrate her? Thank you so much, Mommy. All right, so I'll be explaining the game to you. Now, this is different from the usual scavenger hunt. This is totally different. So this is what you are going to be doing. There are some treasures that are hidden right here in Camp David. Hidden treasures. Now, what you are going to do is to go find the treasures, but we are going to give you hints on the location of the treasure. So you have to be smart enough and quick to decipher the hints, what it means or where it is. Do you understand? So there's a treasure that is located or is hidden right here in Camp David. We'll give you hint on the location of the treasure. You can meet with your fellow classmates. Maybe they can help you out if you don't know what the hint is directing you to. But in 40 seconds, our first treasure. All right.
Somebody say again. Okay, so the first location.
We'll give you the hint.
Wait.
It's not in how will you put library unit tag in
Okay.
about?
It's a secret to reveal.
Oh yeah, go and find. Spot the person with
Spot
dark
the
attire.
person in a dark attire with a secret to reveal. Yes, we have our first winner.
We have our first winner.
Let's
Can we celebrate him? Come on, clap, 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 clap. He has seen it. Wow, that was so fast. It did not even take any much time. So, this is our first treasure. Do we understand the game now? You don't understand? Yeah? No, it's just one treasure. You have to be smart and you have to be quick. That is the game. You have to decipher on time. So yes, you can go. You can have your seat, sir. Our first winner. You can go and have your seat. Thank you so much. You come back to us for your prize. Now we are going a treasure this time.
For the second treasure, we have a USB drive. So the hint is
USB drive. A USB drive. So listen to the hint carefully.
by the door. A top the source of sound.
By the door, atop a source of sound. He has gone by the door. Listen to the hint. By the door. So, what? Yeah, yes. You were not lucky. So, what's graphic design? Graphic design class. Can you appreciate him? So, yes.
For the last
treasure.
we have an hammer.
The last treasure, the hammer. Now, some people might just think that we are playing a random. It's not random. There's a gift. Like I do this, proposed dollars. Proposed dollars. So, please take the game seriously.
So the hint in one corner of the sanctuary, atop the wisdom keeper, a place to seek knowledge where it's stored.
What skill is that? Software testing. Can we celebrate them? Thank you so much. So at the end of a conference, the winners, I think we have graphics design, and we have software testing. Thank you so much for participating in the game. So right about now, we're about to continue the value. We're about to continue the value. From the first section, let's say the value was just at ankle level. You know when you step into the ocean or in the deep water, you might reach here. So we are going higher, we are going here, we are going higher, we are getting here, we are getting here, we are getting here. At the end, to almost be at here. So please, if you've not been paying attention, pay attention. Just
Wake
like our
up
last
the billionaire in you.
Thank you so much. Just like our last speaker said, at least even if you are not paying something that is that much, pay something that you can still pay, and that is attention. So don't be distracted. Don't be on IG now. I'm emphasizing on it. Don't be on IG. Somebody is on IG now. Stop watching reels. And we have our next speaker. And I want us to actually clap as we read his biography. Now, if you've not been paying attention, like I said, be very attentive in this section, because what you are going to be listening onward are valuable knowledge that can take your business or take your mind or shift your mind totally. So don't take for granted what you are going to be listening to. So with a round of applause, please, let's keep clapping, let's keep clapping. We are going to be having up here our next speaker in the person of
We can do better, please.
Akindikpe Samuel. He was one time the academic coordinator of CCF-NIFES, working currently at Further Wave Strategy Ops, and is going to be taking us on the job market of tomorrow, preparing students for high-paying careers. So please keep on clapping till he gets here.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise God. Good afternoon, everyone. It is very nice to be here again today. I am excited to be standing in front of every one of us, and I hope that God will help me to deliver as much value as I can within the duration that I have. I understand that I have 30 minutes here, but if you know me very well, I always believe that anything I want to tell you, I should be able to say it within 10 minutes. So my plan is to maybe use between 20 to 25 minutes and we can round up. So I need a timekeeper that will alert me after every 7 minutes. Who volunteers? Once I finish using 7 minutes, just hire me. Okay, thank you very much. After every 7 minutes, just wait. I'll pick up the queue. So, not to waste much time, my name is Samuel Akindipe. I currently work with Flutterway. I graduated from here. I used to be a student here. I'm still a student here, sort of like. But yeah, I hope I'll be able to deliver as much as possible. Then special appreciation goes to the Lifeline guys. It is wonderful what they've put together as this. We had conversations. I remember having conversations while we were here, but we could not bring this to life. So it's a wonderful thing that you guys are able to bring this to life. It's a round of applause for them. I must also mention that I'm very pleased with the house generally. Conversations about the different people in the house shows that you guys are thriving beyond academics and beyond many other things. So I'm very happy. Give a round of applause for yourselves, please. Now, before I start, I would like to set context to what I'm going to say and the direction it is going to go from. I need you to understand that I'm an academic. So I'm going to be speaking from the point of view of an academic. I'm going to speak directly from that point of view. I understand that the other speakers have come here today. Some are entrepreneurship minded, others are business minded. There's a very good here who is sales minded. He does one thing I know I can never do that. I don't think I can do that. He tells me that I wasn't happy. So I'm going to do different things. I told you many things. I'll still have to from academic that is navigating the industry. So please put this in mind while you're getting information from me. I would also be speaking, I also acknowledge that I have certain privileges. I graduated with the first class, which means that my experience in the job market is going to be different from the experience of someone that graduated with a second class upper or second class lower. I speak from that privilege, although I worked for that privilege, but I know that that's one of the privilege that gives me an edge in the job market. And lastly, I studied engineering, which means that you can close your eyes to it and you will see a job post for an engineer. So mechanical engineering also means that if 10 job postings come out for engineers, as a mechanical engineer, you're going to get 1 out of, you're going to get 8 out of 10 of them. So that's a privilege I'm going to speak in from. So that's the context I just wanted to know. Those things, the fact that, what's the first one? I'm speaking from the perspective of an academic. Number 2 is I graduated with the first class. And number 3 is I studied engineering. It gives me a lot of edge in the job market. So that's the context of that. Now, I want to be as simple as possible, as straightforward as possible. The information I will share with you today will sound like there is no new information, but if you pay attention to it, you realize that there might be a couple of things you can change in the way you go about life and directly change the results you have for yourselves. There are 2 tropes or cliches I want us to quickly address. Number 1 is school is scam. That particular statement, school and scam, started when I was in 2018. It was so bad that I remember academically that to sit down and strategically look for ways to address that statement within the house. As of the time I was graduating in 2021, I remember I also had to visit a particular level to address that particular statement. School and scam, school and scam, school and scam. Please take it and throw it away. Because a couple of years after now, 2018 to 2025 is about 6 TCS, isn't it? Now, some of the people that make those statements are currently doing their masters in the UK. But as of 2018, they were telling us that some are still in trouble because we have made the decisions based on what they felt at that time, and the decisions are now going to affect your own life now. And they don't care. It's one of the things I have to tell the people I spoke to 2021 that some of the people that will tell us that certificate does not matter, is doing what is masters in artificial intelligence. So please don't fall for that trope. Anybody here thinking of trade away, number one. Number two, there are no jobs. That's the particular statement that so please take it and throw it away. Because there are always jobs for everybody in the market. You only find jobs that are available based on the value you are able to provide. You only find jobs based on the value that you are able to provide. Almost all the systems in the world exist in two manners. Pareto principle, which is the 80-20 rule, that 80% of all the value created in the world is created by 20% of the people in the world. If you go to any company, only 20% of people are bringing in 80% revenue. Then the other one is this triangle. If you check Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it is triangular. If you check the classes of people in life, the lower class, plenty people. Middle class, fewer people. Higher class, very small. Forms a triangle. That is the same thing that goes with the job market as well. Cleaner job, very plenty. Fuel attendant job, very plenty. Other kinds of jobs, very plenty. Unskilled, very plenty. But when I get into other jobs, maybe bank teller, fewer. Jobs that don't require a lot of fewer. But when you're now getting into very, very skilled jobs like finance that require certifications of AWCA, you need skills, you need jobs for experienced architects, you need reservoir engineers, you need senior mechanical engineers. The jobs are not very few. At that point, we now have a lot of people contesting for very limited jobs. At that point, when people don't now get these jobs, they now go and say that you need connection when you actually don't need it. I personally consider myself as a top talent. I just personally consider myself as that because I've had multiple experiences that have made me realize that when I was going to join Flutterwave, there were 11,000 applications for the graduate position I was applying for. 11,000. I thought I was only going to take 200. Do you know how competitive that would have been? By the time they did the first round of assessment, they cut us down to 400. That's 11,600 people cut off straight. Those 11,600 people will say that, you need a connection to get into the better. When you actually get it. By the time you did the final interview, by the time I got to the interview, the caliber of graduates I met at that interview made sense that they are looking for top talents. By the time they selected the final 200 people, the WhatsApp group they are on, the conversations that are on those on that WhatsApp group shows you that there is a reason why they selected the top or the best of the best to come into their system. Some things have happened, and some of my guys are here because I know the guys I met, wonderful guys that are very serious domain expertise. The cost of replacing these guys is insane. If the company spends $1 million to hire them in the first place, the company has to spend as much as $3 million to replace them because they were the top of the top. Recently, I was in a conversation with a petroleum engineer from Mexico. Thank you very much. And one of the things he told me was the fact that when companies like this don't recruit all the time. He said when they were going to recruit in 2019, that there were over 1 million applications globally, 1 million applications, and we are going to select 75 out of the 1 million. Now imagine what those 75 will look like. But when they hired those 75, they said the first set of guys that entered for their graduate engineers, the very first thing they did for them was give them a particular sum of money that was to the tune of 30+ million to first assign one bonus that thanks for coming, thank you for joining us, take you and change your life. That was one of the very first things I realized there. And I realized that yes, it is the value that you offer or the value that you carry that will eventually determine how well you are going to get these jobs, the high-paying jobs. I think it sounds better now. I wasn't using interest. Now that I've established context and background, and I've clearly told us school is not scam, and there are no jobs. No, there are jobs, and there are very unpaid jobs that do not require connection for you to get in. What they require is the value that you have to offer. I'm going to try to not streamline things as much as possible because I know that we are all from different departments and are going into different industries. However, two things that you absolutely need to take note of is one, you need information, and number two, you need value. Now, I don't mean about information. If you are going into now, if you are studying engineering, that means there are industries you are going to serve. You need information about those industries. You have to actually identify those industries and say that, oh, I need all the information I can get regarding these industries. It's very important. When I was applying for my IT placement, that was a very radical period for me because I was born and bred in Akure, and I schooled in Akure. I'm currently based in Akure. So I was this boy that I lived all his life in Akure. I'd only been to Lagos a couple of times when I wanted to go and obtain some of the scholarships that I eventually used to study in school. Once was in LNG, just a couple of times. But now I was going to go to Lagos to go and actually live in Lagos. I was sending applications, I was doing quite a lot of things, and they were giving me rejections, love letter. I don't know what it's called now, rejection letter, love letter. They were giving me steady love letter. There was a particular day that I picked up my phone. I always wanted to work in oil and gas. Personally, I always wanted to work in oil and gas. There was a day I picked up my phone and checked the Google Maps and put the oil and gas companies in Victoria Island, and I called 20 of them, different servicing, production, exploration. I was calling each and every one of them, and all of them were telling me, no. Do you know what it means to get 20 bills in one day? I wanted to remember. That month, I decided that if I didn't get that placement, I was going to pack my things in Lagos and come back to Akure and just find something to do in Akure. I decided. But eventually, after a lot of way forward and backward, my sister went to know the particular engineer that was now in Canada that worked with the particular service, oil and gas servicing company in Lagos. Then I was going, then they now said, okay, she sent my CV to that person, and then she sent my CV, and the person said, the person like, he's good, he knows how to do AutoCAD. I was very angry. Why? I should be happy because on that CV was a first class CGPA. Was the fact that I served as academic use coordinator of my fellowship, and so many other things that could have made sense. And then I was like, okay, he knows how to do AutoCAD. I was very angry that what you mean. Funny enough, it was my ability to do that AutoCAD that got me into that particular company. Not the fact that I had the first class. However, when I went for my interview, the fact that I had the first class demonstrated that I had the aptitude to deliver excellence. At that point, the value proposition I had was what eventually got me to that company. Several years after I left that company, the CEO of the company still talks about me to other engineers in his industry that, oh, there was this particular boy that worked with us, was very well. When I was going to leave, they had to hire two different graduate engineers to replace me. That is because beyond the fact that I knew I was coming with a first class, I was coming with a skill set that they needed more people to replace me with value. Later on, by the time I graduated, I realized that the reason why I struggled to get that placement was because I had information deficit. I did not know a lot of engineers that worked in oil and gas. I wanted to get into oil and gas, but I did not know a lot of engineers that worked in oil and gas. So I was just living life that, okay, whatever it is I do, I'm going to get in. Information is power. Information is power. Now, that's one of the things that changed that made me realize this. I started joining WhatsApp groups where there are young engineers like me looking for a job in the industry. It is in those WhatsApp groups that I started seeing certain things I did not expect. I started seeing a lot of information from different angles. Now that, oh, these are things I did not know before now, and these are things I now know simply by joining WhatsApp groups. It can be as simple as that. It goes back to networking that the previous speaker mentioned. So joining those WhatsApp groups and now seeing things, oh, all of us apply for this particular job. You are seeing people dropping their opinion, they are dropping so many things. Information goes a very long way, that's my second minute. Now information goes a very long way. And now by the time another illustration of this information program, that particular program is very competitive. So, but I just applied normally that first class graduate mechanical, I applied, I was the things I was meant to do, the things I would have done in terms of value. I had little information, I went online, checked a couple of things, I just did the things I needed to do. When I got to the interview panel, I noticed that there were people that have been working for 3 years. So they had a lot of information that I did. The information they had was what got them to the door of that interview at that point. So they had more information than I did, and I began to scramble for information at that particular point. I began to scramble. That, okay, what do you want so that I can prepare better? One thing I now realized there was that information had gotten us to the door. What was going to differentiate us inside that panel is the value we bring forward. All the information I tried to gather within that day didn't even matter, because when I got to the panel and they asked me, what do you want to do? Thank you very much. And I told them, the next thing is they said, they pointed me to a professor of food engineering, and now I started shooting questions. Questions of physics 1 to 7. I'm sure you want to physics 1 to 7. What is the fluid, liquid or gas? AG 204. Started shooting questions, and I started answering. Forward, backward types of fluids, dimensionless constants, mechanical engineering students who are talking about AG 204. Started shooting questions forward and backward. Now by the time I was done, the man asked me that, which school are you from? I said I read them. And when you have value, you may have a choice of, when they say there are no jobs, I always laugh. 2023, the number of jobs I rejected in 2023 should be at least 4 or 5. One of those jobs, the HR was calling for 3 straight weeks. She had said on their job posting, I said this job is fully remote. And then I finished that process, and in the next one, so come to Lagos for 3 weeks training. And I said I can't come to Lagos for 3 weeks training. For 3 weeks, they started calling, please come to Lagos. I cannot come to Lagos. Please come to Lagos. Can you do this training online? No, we cannot do it. Other things I told them that they should stop disturbing me, that I'm not interested in the job. Somebody somewhere will have said there are no jobs. And there I was, dropping interviews, dropping jobs and doing other things. Now, like I was saying the other time, the highest paying jobs are reserved for top talent. So we know that if you are going to a particular industry, you need to strive to be a top talent there. Again, I speak from privilege. I studied engineering. It is a major privilege. I've come to realize that it's a major privilege. In fact, there are certain finance jobs that will consider you higher than accounting students simply because you studied engineering. Because they understand that you have an ability to deal with complex aptitude problems. Hallelujah. So, these companies look for top talent. That means that whatever it is you want to do, you should be willing to position yourself as a top talent. What will you do as top talent? It will go beyond classroom knowledge. As a student, as a mechanical engineering student, I could use AutoCAD, I could use SolidWorks, I could use Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, I could use all of those things. I spoke to the petroleum engineer from Total recently, and he mentioned that those are some of the things that is giving him an edge over other engineers in Total. The fact that he has extra value that he can bring to the table. So while they are saying, oh, we want to go to a particular engineering presentation, there is somebody that can make a very beautiful PowerPoint presentation. He's still an engineer. What else? Join associations. This one, I did not do it as a student. The only person I know that was excellent when in our set was Banjo Badoye, and he definitely looked at the rewards of it. Join associations. Society of Petroleum Engineers, join. Making, join. NSC, Nigerian Society of Engineers, join. If there is anything for product, for any professional association, join. Join them as much as you can. That is one of the first sources of information you will have. Those are people that will first give you the first set of information about the industry you want to work in. Again, I'm still saying this from the point of view actually because I realize this is a little bit too late. So please join. Look for associations and join them. Certifications, get them. If there is any certification you can acquire that will give an edge in your job search, eventually get them. I say this again from a point of pain because last year December I had done this particular application. Again, school is not scam. I'll come there. I had done privilege. Not everybody will have that privilege. Although you can work to give yourself that privilege. Like it is my part. So I applied for this particular job. A lot of people are like, they always talking about it, up and down and everything. And I'm like, okay, it's just one of those things. We did the first level of assessment, they slash people. Did the second level, they slash people. Did the third level, they slash people. And they had to call us to Lagos to come and do the interview. I did not take them seriously until they sent me transport fare to Lagos. Because I came from Akure, they sent me transport fare from Akure to Lagos. The transport fare they sent to me was more than my monthly salary. That's when I knew that wait, I'm dealing with a very serious company. And when I got to the interview venue, when I saw the remaining people that came for the interview with me, I realized why they sent ticket that was more than my monthly salary. First class French, first class marine engineering, first class mechanical, first class geophysics. It was evident. Did you hear what I said the first time? First class was French. French. First class French. Yes, it's a top one on that school. Is school still scam? Answer me, is school still scam? By the time I got into the interview panel, one of the things the staff of the company asked me is, you've been working for them for a while, where are the certifications you obtained? While I've gotten them, you tell me courses, all those considered courses. While I've gotten them, I did not put them on my CV. So it was more like I was just going to Shalaye, there was no evidence. When I got the rejection letter, I almost felt sick. 2 days I was not normal. Because the salary they were going to pay for graduate engineers was as much as was as much as times 7 of my current salary. I was very angry. No need to speak. All the other people that didn't get the job, what would they say? There are no jobs. But I know that if you want to get the highest, you need to bring yourself as what? The highest. Do you understand? Are we together? Now, to further illustrate, there was one thing I wanted to mention. Yeah, join associations, join WhatsApp groups. Not all those, okay, you can join, not all those declutter WhatsApp group. I've read declutter WhatsApp group, very small people say, I want to get from my boyfriend. Join WhatsApp group. Use Lifeline. Lifeline is a major forum I did not know even existed. There are information from 2018 about certain companies I didn't even know existed before now. Join those places, get certifications if you can. Move close to your industry. The industry you want to work in, move close to them. You definitely get this from them. There is one more thing I want to say. But yeah, to summarize everything we've said, what's the first feature I want us to abandon? School what? Number 2. Number 1. Number 2. Now, what are the 2 things that I really want us to hold on to now? Number 1, information. Number 2, value. That's the next thing I have to say. If you hold now, your job now is to now customize this information to your industry, to your course. Yes, I remember what I wanted to say. When I get to that, I cannot lie to you. I used to put down the SAT, School of Agriculture. I cannot lie to you. I'm telling you the truth. But now, if any of the children I mentor at home tell me they get admission into SAT, or they go, you might not, because of the setup of Nigeria and how we don't invest so well into agriculture, you might not see a lot of relevance within Nigeria. But the global relevance of SAT, of agri courses that I've seen in the time I've been here, have been crazy. I have friends that graduated with regular 2 and what am I saying? Friends that we graduated together from Kuta, they have finished their masters because they got funding earlier than master and mechanical engineering students in the US. Because while the course might not look big in Nigeria, it is globally relevant. If you don't move close to the industry, you will not know the opportunities you should be able to access. Do you understand? Do you understand? So if you are in SAT, please, you are sitting on the gold mine. Another thing I also know, people in SEMS, I never really understood what SEMS was doing. Until I entered into the job market, I realized that I had almost the same competitive edge as the guy that studied applied geophysics. will never catch me up in terms of value. Never. Never. But in terms of information, I had deficits and I paid dearly for it because there were certain things I realized too late. Somewhere all of this, there isn't anything else I have to say. I don't think there's anything I have to say. But I'm saying anything else, it's just a repetition. So, get information. Information is power. Information is what? Power. And it's time to be valued. Yes, one last story. One of the jobs I rejected last year was with a particular last firm in Lagos. When I did my regular application, I was to submit my note. They got back to me and said they needed me to do the assessment. I did the assessment and smashed it. I smashed it because I've done tougher assessment. So when I got to the interview panel, it was meant to be normal HR that they would interview you, but they asked me to call HR business partners. They're like senior HRs. So on the call, when I was done with my interview, the HR lady now had to say that she had to come on that call because the way I performed the assessment was just different. That naturally, when they give assessment to engineers, that engineers score more scores on maths, quantitative reasoning, calculations, abstract reasoning, numericals. But when it comes to things around English language, communication, and all those other things, engineers don't score so high. But when they saw my score, it was engineering-wise, smashed it. Communication-wise, smashed it. That she had to come and see who it was. She wanted to know who did that. When she wanted to confirm that somebody did it for me. And of course, I didn't want to so she was convinced. She now said, normally, the recruitment process was meant to take 2 weeks. Was meant to take 2 weeks before they get back to me for the next stage. But that they want to do the second stage that very day. That they needed me to speak with the engineering director that day. The first interview was 9 a.m. They had to schedule the second call with the engineering director by 3 p.m. that day. That is what is speaking there, value. So they had to get me on call with the engineering director. The engineering director could not believe 2 things. The fact that I was born and bred in Akure. He didn't get it. He constantly asked, you mean that from Akure? He said, yes. You studied in Futa? Yes. And you are currently based in Akure? Yes. He couldn't get it. And he also couldn't get the fact that I wanted to take a pay cut. Because I wanted to switch to engineering. I currently work in Flutter, we work in ops, in fintech. So that means I'm not practicing what I studied. I didn't get in with what I studied because I just submitted my Futa CV to enter. So he couldn't imagine I wanted to take a pay cut. So it became so from normally recruiters are the ones that will tell you that you cannot negotiate salary. They were not being careful that are we sure we can tell you the amount of money we want to pay? Eventually they called me a couple of days later that they needed me to so I come and do their medicals. Unfortunately for them, I was living in Lagos, I was traveling to Ibadan. I was in Ibadan traveling to Akure when they called that they needed me to come for their medicals. And I'm like, I just called me a day before because I was in Lagos the day before. I waited and thank you, my time is up now. So I would have just waited and believed I needed to do while I was there. But they didn't call. So I said, for me to come for your medicals, you need to tell me the exact amount of money you want to pay. So at that point, I'm negotiating because there is value I have. When I spoke to the engineering director, he asked me about projects I have done. I told him, I asked him about the projects they are doing. Because if I'm going to come to your company, you have to show me that there is no value that will make me leave my current pay. Take a pay that is lesser than my current pay. You have to give me something better. You know the other. So they have to tell me. It was not like you interview me, I interview you back. What is happening there? It is the value proposition you look for. So yes, the job that was put and stand, but there are no jobs. You will get into the industry and realize that there are jobs. There are what jobs. I have friends that have to choose between Dangote and First Bank. What am I saying? I have to choose between like 3 different companies. It happens all the time. My friend eventually chose First Bank because First Bank was going to be the company of Dangote. So he dropped Dangote. Even his engineer brother told him to leave Dangote and go to First Bank. So yes, understand that you are able to bring value to the table. You are going to be able to get these high-paying jobs regardless of whatever it is, regardless of the industry you are in, regardless of wherever it is you participate from. Remember, I said everything I said from an academic point of view, not from an entrepreneurial point of view or anything else. And I happy that this is happening, right? By the end of this conference, I trust that you will not be the same person that came here. Do I have another person like that? Yes, that's the mindset we should have.
I'm giving you the question now. Does anyone have questions?
Questions. Maybe there's something you said you're not really clear on, or something you want more clarity on. Anybody? Questions? Okay, we have one. Alright, let's celebrate how she comes forward.
How would you address people that are in departments or department that they don't have passion for? So let's say they didn't graduate the first class, or they don't really have a passion for what they're studying. So how would they navigate that pathway from an academic standpoint if they want to build a career? Should they switch careers or what?
Hallelujah. It is because of this question that I needed to clarify that I speak from an academic standpoint. And so to now complete that statement, it will be that not everything I say that I give to you. There are some of us that will follow the entrepreneurial path. There are some of us that will follow an entirely different industry, actually. So the information I'm giving would be that if you are studying a course and you want to pursue something in the industry related to the course afterwards, take my advice, apply it, and to get it. However, for someone that doesn't really have any passion for what you study, I think it's absolutely fine that you switch to another thing entirely if you wish. When you switch, you can apply the same advice. Look for information in that domain and ensure that you make the maximum amount of value from that. If I mistakenly switch to sales, they will sack me. Very sure. Even if I have good information, I cannot know how to value it takes to excel in sales. But if you can do that, if you are switching, it's absolutely fine. Like I mentioned, I have friends now that are doing cybersecurity. And they are doing extremely well with it. Finished with first class in mechanical engineering and computer. But they switched completely. So if you have to switch, by all means switch. By all means switch. As long as you are going to enjoy what you are doing. And most importantly, this one I always stress it, there is upward career mobility. Ensure that there is upward career mobility. Don't land yourself. This is why we speak in industry. Don't land yourself in an industry where you will just keep working and you will not be able to promote and go higher. You must be able to see an upward career mobility. What you are doing, you should be able to see something that has done it and got it to the tail edge or got it to the highest point of the ladder. If you can apply that, it is going to work out so well. Alright.
Thank you very much. I agree with you totally that you need to switch. Please switch. But before you switch, I want to say this. Be open-minded. What do I mean? Look out for opportunities in that particular course. I'll give you an example. Somebody very close to me, he wanted to study engineering in food here. But at that time, they gave him ITT. He didn't know the meaning of ITT. He was so disappointed. He was so frustrated. He was almost not coming. But eventually, he came and studied ITT. Today, he's thanking God that he studied ITT. Because what he's getting from ITT, probably he will not get it from engineering. You understand? Please be open-minded. Look at that particular course. Is there something good in it that can explore? If there is nothing. But most of you, what happens is, when you are given that course, you have closed your mind totally to that course because you don't want it. You understand? And then in that course, you may not be doing well. But be open-minded. It may be a divine arrangement. You don't
possible. And if you're sure you're using legit enough, you could go ahead to switch. Thank you so much. Alright.
Okay, so moving on to the next section. We have examples from the skill that was based during the course of the project. And some people would like to exhibit this product, but that will not come into play. So, in the person of Ade doing aka Donny G.
Let me celebrate you as it comes for the beginning section of the exhibition. I hope our meat pie is still here. Vicky, does meat pie remain? That's finished.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the chairman for this opportunity. I hope we can hear me clearly. So it's time for the exhibition, and I believe the classrooms are prepared. Okay, please all classrooms just come forward with your majorly vocational skills based. Vocational skills, bring your exhibition, bring what you want to exhibit, and so you explain it to us, everybody. And our facilitators too, please come forward again. Please let's put our hands together for our facilitators. They really tried into their time, and I'm very sure about that. Many of us didn't even go for break because they were really efficient in teaching what they were teaching us. Okay, let's put our hands together for our programs. Put your hands together, put your hands together. Please, don't use a lot of time, just 1 minute. Tell us what your skill is and just exhibit 1 minute.
We had another vocational training session. So actually everybody did this by themselves. I just put them through. So everybody, these are the results of their hard work. So one by one, can you just tell us the design you did? Just tell us what you did.
Okay, I usually printed fabric material and tied it with this fabric.
Okay, so this is actually a spiral kind of design where like a spiral form, so you can use different colors. That's actually the best way you can get different, just like rainbow colors. So this is spiral kind of.
Okay, I did spiral too, but then I painted arms. As you can see, the patterns are like a bit different. Okay, same here, I did spiral, but I coded it to not.
Same here, my own was different. This one is okay. I found it, that's why. I had different patterns in my rough patterns, painted patterns, patterns too, and spiral.
So thank you very much. Our products are very available. We did one just so that you can patronize us. So these are our products. It's just going for 5,500. So you can meet us at the back. Yard too. Where's the yard? Let's show them. Can you just bring it? So if you want to get the material and sew it for yourself, maybe in another design, spread it. So this is a bullseye pattern having different sections of circles. I will need the whole designs to join. So you can sew it into shirts and combine it. And for the fashion designers in the house, so you can combine with us too. Because this is a form of textile design, so you can incorporate it in your fashion design and spread the culture, because these are cultural heritage. So there's a important need for us to promote it. Thank you very much.
And so please, if you like these designs, please go to the back, you can step to the back afterwards, after the whole exhibition, to purchase the one you want. So we have, put your hands together for them. Please, our facilitators, please follow them. Please come forward. Put your hands together for life. First thing I would say is, please, if you are the one that is buying that material, come and sew with me. You help us. Love it. So this is fashion designing. In fashion design, we learn a lot of things. We started with the theoretical part before we went into practical. The first thing we did was these native colored jotter. So the idea is you can get any custom jotter, mainly hardcover jotter. And what we do is it's covered in it, makes it very beautiful and appealing to the eye. Obviously, this is far better than buying a normal hardcover jotter user. Like he said, this is also a bit of cultural heritage. You are showing what that this is a design you like. We did this, we did a smaller version, and then there is this golden one, and then you see there are corner plates at the edges, giving a little bit of sheer touch. Then also we did a tote bag and a kimono jacket for the ladies. I don't think guys wear kimono jackets. So all of them are open. So this big jotter is 4,000 naira. Just 4,000 naira. The smaller one, smaller size is 2,000 naira. 1,500. And then this one is 2,000 naira. The tote bag is 2,000. The kimono jacket is 5,000 naira. So you'll be able to sell at the back. Just feel free to come and buy anything. Very welcome.
Please, let's go on together for them. It's a beautiful one. My probably gets that one. If you ladies don't buy it, I'll buy it. I'll use it to sleep in the night. Okay, next. Okay, let's go on together. Put your hands together for me.
Good afternoon, guys. So we are here on behalf of our facilitator and bead making class. So as you can see, this is a very attractive post. I'm very sure it got your attention when I brought it out. We made this mining beads, we use beads and fishing line. It's come with several designs. We set to add 2 colors, black and white, to give it a very unique and simple design. It goes with different attires actually, and you can see simplicity is the key. So it is very, very beautiful and affordable. It is 2,000 naira. You can meet us at the back.
You can kill that. You were able to do some kill that. So it's just for 300 naira. If you can. So these are initials. So this is F. This is E. So this one varies basically depending on the size and whatever you want to write. Thank you very much.
Let's put our hands together for them. If you get one of those key readers, please raise your hand. It's actually we're meant to buy it. You test it. Okay, is that one for vocational school? Okay, oh, sorry, my bad. Let's welcome them as they step forward. You can see the beautiful things they're holding in their hands. Clap well, maybe they dash you. Thank you very much.
Alright, okay, it's afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Alright, this is the crocheting class. In a few days ago, we started this class and we learned really basic stuff. So one thing about crocheting is it takes a lot of time. Alright, it takes a lot of time. Okay, let me just talk about what we have here. Right here, look at the floor designs actually. Okay, thank you very much. This is a beautiful bucket that made with a lot of effort and work. Okay, this was made with a yarn and an hook, or a hook rather. A hook and a yarn. Basically, crocheting is man standing and it's kind of funny. My younger sister has interest in crocheting, and that's one of the reasons why I left it actually, amongst other reasons. Alright, thank you very much. So yeah, this right here is not complete. Yeah, that's true. To make a bigger size of it takes approximately for the pros 8 hours. So you need like 8 hours of focus and concentration to make this. So this is a diamond square. A granny square rather. A granny square can be used for various things, sweaters and other stuff. Something like, if I'm like this kind of my clothes, something like this, you just make a front panel, back one. I don't have a lot of time to continue, so on and so on. I just hope we appreciate our effort. And probably, definitely rather, by the time I'm through with everything, by the time we're through this conference, we should be able to get some of them. The price will be available in that.
Right, good afternoon, everybody. For the hat, if we were to sell the hat based on just the materials used to make the hat, and at the discounted rate, the hat will be going for 5,000 naira only. And if the bag was completed, the way we price crochet materials is based on, we use the hourly rate multiplied by the number of hours you use. There's a particular rate for each hour that you use. This hat takes about 4 hours to complete. So adding that with the amount of materials that you used to purchase is why the fair price of 5,000 naira was coming about. And if we were to sell the bag, it would go for 4,000 naira. So that's the beauty of crochet. All you have to do is do it with your hands and you're good to go. Thank you very much.
It's not expensive, It's not expensive, Is it expensive? Okay. Any other vocational skill that is exhibiting, please? Okay, let's put our hands together for all of them. Facilitators and everything. Now, for the tech skill, let's step forward. I don't know, let me start with UI UX. UI UX, let's put our hands together for them. UI UX design. Clap, that's my skill. Please clap. It's very easy. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. From UI UX, we designed a membership card. UI UX is 2-in-1 actually. UI is the impact, is what we see. I'm sorry, publicity. It's a picture. Okay. So this is what we call the user interface. This is what you're interacting. This is what you're seeing. So before all these things come about, there's a kind of, that's what we call the UX. What the customer feel about whatever product. Now, if I give you this product, whatever you think about the product is what we call the experience. If you didn't like the product, you will now send out Google form as form of question. Okay, what do you feel about this product? What do you see? What are the problems or challenges you do? Now, to make this, we use Figma. There are a lot of apps you can use for making this kind of for UI. You can use Sketch, you can use InVision, you can use Marvel. But for our particular class, we did Figma. So for the frame, okay, this black point is called the frame. And this one is also a frame. You can use 2 things, either a rectangle or a frame. But facilitator told us that if we use a rectangle, it will be a bit difficult to move everything. We have to put frame text together. So we did the frame, then we made circles of different sizes, and we use gradients for the color. And then you see that the part inside is blurry. It's called the noise graphic class number on purple. Class number, yes. So that's what we use for this place, and then you can type in your text. So if you need to make your card, you need a business card. You can meet any of us here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. This is the next stage for graphic design. Please be honest with them. method, graphic design.
Okay, so graphic design, in the 2 days of the training, facilitator made us understand the concept of graphic design. He explained that graphic design is not just art. It's not one thing, you just put the line here, you put the second there, you have a graphic design. But he explained to us that to be a good graphic designer, and it is graphic design, not graphics design. So to be a good graphic designer, you have to know how to communicate with your design. You have to be able to combine visual elements together to give you something that communicates, something that someone can see and understand the meaning. It goes beyond language barrier, it goes beyond language. Graphic design is about being able to communicate with visual elements. So he taught us about the specs of graphic design, and you have to be curious, you have to have a passion and a drive for design. But sometimes you come across a blog and you're like, I don't want to continue this, but you have to have a passion, you have to understand. Then we also learned about the importance of graphic design. It brings people together, it communicates. You can look at, okay, if I ask you what network comes to your mind when you think of the color red? Exactly. So they've been able to communicate, they've been able to give themselves an identity using graphic design. So he taught us all the concepts of graphic design, he taught us all the elements of graphic design. We learned principles of graphic design, like about spacing, we learned about white space, we learned about alignment, we learned about hierarchy, we learned about a lot of the important principles that many people don't consider when making designs. We learned the difference between a good design that communicates and design that is not so good.
So just like my teammate has said, one of the things that distinguishes a graphic designer is the ability to send a message, to pass a message through visual images. For example, if you look at this design, we made a design that was yesterday, and if you could see, we are communicating the major message, which is Lifeline business summit. You could see the image talks about that this is really a business summit. We are not putting an image of someone dancing. It shows that we are really trying to pass a message. And if you listen, we could see the hierarchy from the Lifeline to the business to the summit. We could see that there's a shape under the summit, which is yellow. It is there for a reason, so that after reading the Lifeline business, you don't just leave it. You are attracted to the summit also. We could see the difference in the color, in the names. We did not just put everything as about Messiah to be white. There's a reason why the Messiah is yellow, why the Mr. Design is yellow. We could see the aesthetics of the design. So graphic design, we learned a lot during the conference. We learned the theoretical part and we learned the practical part. And we used a tool called Photoshop. And we were able to learn how to use Photoshop very, very effectively. We could see, we learned how to put a glow on text, how to effectively use images and everything. So this conference was a lot and we learned a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Digital marketing. Let's put our hands together for them.
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, here at the digital marketing team. Okay, first of all, I would like to tell you what digital marketing is all about. Digital marketing is simply a promotion of brands to potential customers in order for them to purchase from you. So digital marketing is an exceptional skill. It's a skill that or it's a thing that every brand needs. So, going further, this is a landing page. And before I go further, I also like to tell us that there are different concepts in digital marketing. There are different concepts. So this one, part of it is just landing page. So this one is the landing page. This is a landing page is a web page, a standalone web page, where a user clicks on where a user lands on. When he clicks an ad or he clicks a link in email, we know those emails are used to receive. Exactly. So this is a land page. So this is the header. the topmost part of it, this is the header. It carries the logo and the links to the Facebook page and the Instagram page. Those links are actually working, but because of time, I would like to move further. So this is the call to action that is
not out of place if we say, let us pray. So let us pray. Father, we thank you for this great opportunity. We appreciate you because our Father. Thank you. Our eyes, even to greater ahead of us, and as we open everlasting Father, blessed be them. If you have a business and you are running it on campus, can I have your hands up? Please stand up. You have a business, you are running it on campus, please stand up. I said it's going to be a practical class, and that's what we want to do. We want to talk about entrepreneurship opportunities on campus. So please come out. We are doing this session together. Line up. Thank you very much. You are going to be helping me. I'm going to be helping you. You know what? You will be, probably you have not had opportunity to advertise your business before. This is an opportunity for you to advertise it to the fellowship so that people can know what you do and they can eventually patronize you. And then you are going to help me in handling this session, because I'll be asking you to talk about what you do and why you started doing it. That why is very, very important for me. Do you understand? So I think I have enough people. Can we line up? We're going to make it brief because I have just 30 minutes. Do I have up to 30 minutes? Yes, according to the program. So it's like you want to pitch your business to Dangote under 30 seconds. You understand? So just tell us what to do and why you started doing it.
Okay, praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
I am Faye Shayobayode, a student of Industrial Design 300 level. I'm an artist. I'm a digital artist. I do digital painting. I do mural paintings. And I can mention some places on campus where I've also done mural paintings. My purpose is actually to bring beauty into people's space. That is my priority, to bring beauty.
Did you start that on campus?
Yes, ma'am.
So how did you recognize that opportunity and you started?
Actually, I noticed that there are so many places. Okay, there is a particular place I worked on. I noticed the guy wanted to he wanted to sell shawarma. So I noticed that you can't, it's a business environment. Students would not want to come and buy shawarma from you if your shop is not catchy. Did you understand? So
thank you very much. That's okay for me. You know, the essence of that is a successful entrepreneur. If you can recognize it, then it will be very, very difficult. Do you understand? So it's an opportunity, and we have diverse. I'm sure by the time they all talk, you will know. Now, next. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, my name is Okiopemi. I'm into laundry business.
Laundry?
So, yes,
great.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, the reason
I didn't
why
know now. I would have been patronizing you. Can you see now? Go ahead.
The reason why I went into it was actually because that I noticed that a lot of students are always busy based on classes, no time to wash their clothes. So I just said that okay, this
So
is
how come you have time to wash the clothes?
Based on the fact that I'm able to manage my time and
Wow.
I have some other resources.
Wow.
that help.
Can you see? Something is coming out there. Time management. Great. Now next. She recognized opportunity that people need to look good. Needs. All right.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Oni Anolu Adiola from the Department of Ecotourism and Wildlife Management.
Alright.
I'm into fashion designing.
Great.
Yes, unisex. And
You
main
made
thing-
this skirt, Abi?
Yes, I did. So the main purpose why I went into fashion design is because of the fact that I love just adding beauty to minor things around me. Like this morning after making this skirt, I felt, oh, I should not just throw all the pieces away.
What did you say?
Like this morning after
You
making
made
this,
this skirt this morning?
Yeah.
All right.
so after making it,
It's okay. Are you seeing opportunities? Many of you will
making it, like I felt instead of just throwing away all the make use of the scrap to make earrings. So
The
that was why I
earring.
come up with it. So the idea is just to add beauty to everything around me. It's not
God
about the
bless
sewing
you.
alone.
Thank you.
My name is Agbiola Samuel. I'm into phone repair, electronic repair, and electrical
Phone
service.
repair?
Yes, ma'am. And I actually love electronics. While I was small, I'm always into electronics, even though I don't have, and that has become an habit.
Your department, please.
Physics, electronics.
Can you see now? Can you match the two together? You know, I told you the other time, wherever you find yourself, look for opportunities in that particular course. You may not know how far God will take you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Lydia Adedoja. I run a peanut-related products business.
You do what?
A peanut-related products business. Wow. So we make peanut milk, peanut butter, roasted peanuts,
Why
coated
did you
peanuts.
go into peanuts?
At first I started with roasted peanuts because I saw the act of uncleanliness in the act of making. Yes, so it was affecting me, so I knew it would be affecting some other people.
And you
So-
need a healthy one.
Yes,
All
so
right. Can
from
you
there
see?
I diverse to other
You know,
products.
one thing about entrepreneurs, you see a problem. Someone the other time was talking about adding values. So if you have value to give out, somebody will be ready to pay for it. That's just it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Adore Products.
Who made this?
It's my dad, actually. My dad.
So you are inheriting the business. Can you see now, business succession is very, very important.
But
That's
this
great.
is the way I started mine. Actually, I was fond of wearing the product, not really marketing it. In the IT period, people started asking me, bro, where did you see this? Because one thing about Adore, it is unique. Based on the family's design, it is unique to whichever
I love
family
this one you are
produces
putting on.
it.
It's my
So
favorite. It's cool.
our products are very unique in the market, and people started inquiring, bro, where did you get this? And someone told me that your dad is doing this thing and you have not brought it to us to market. So based on that, me, I'm passionate about it, and I took those products to office where I do my IT, and actually I was motivated by how much people brought that day. I was able to buy. I actually did a lot, and one thing about it is I love what I'm wearing. I love what my
I
family
will love
do.
it. I will consult you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, good afternoon, everyone.
Hello, please, let me just say one. Please, can you see? He saw an opportunity. He was almost not focusing on it. The dad was making it, and he was wearing it. He was enjoying it until people started asking him. So many of us, our parents, have seen people sewing clothes. They didn't go anywhere to learn it just because the mother sews or whatever, and then from there they are taking interest and they are big time fashion designers now. You understand? So whatever they do in your family, please pay attention. It may be something that you can go down later, or even if it's a friend doing it,
And then I noticed I got admission into Futa. I'm a direct younger brother, I mean 1 year and some months difference. So and I noticed, I don't know why, but it seems like men love Gary and all that. So I feel like
Something will go with the Gary now.
yeah, something must go with the Gary.
And most likely. And I know some of you have bought my kuli kuli before. Am I lying?
Okay, so something must go with the Gary.
I'm Tisha's mom. You don't know? You have bought kuli kuli from wow, you didn't know too. So if you have bought kuli kuli from Oluwa Tisha, you have bought my kuli kuli. Go on.
Wow, that's wonderful actually. And so like, and we actually make it better. We make granules like in a better way. It's more dried. It lasts longer than the ones that you see selling around. And for your information, the first trials were like complete trash. It was totally burnt. So and it wasn't so. But then I noticed a major market, and I felt like this is my sister. Let's do this together. And so currently I sell granules, and at least Abiola Block 3 knows that I sell granules.
Oh, God bless you. Can you see? Another thing, please. Many of us, gone were those days when students will be on campus, I'm here to study engineering or whatever, and then you fold your hands, you go to class, come back, and then you'll be waiting for somebody to send money. Gone were those days. Do you understand? Go.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Oshifodori Ifeoluwa Ezekiel. I'm popularly referred to as Esteem.
As what?
Esteem.
Esteem, all
yes,
right.
yes, ma'am. I manage a cryptocurrency exchange business. We exchange cryptocurrencies for Naira, and our ideal focus is fast transactions. So imagine you coming from Oja to Lifeline conference, and you don't have cash available, but you have cryptocurrency in your wallet. This is where we come in. We come in to pay you very, very fast, instantly, and we also have good rates. So that's what we do.
All right, great.
My name is Grace Oyewole, and I'm from the Department of Microbiology. So I own a some of so like I am more of captivating and embodying grace and beauty through jewelry. Okay, so I was not really interested in, it's not like I'm interested in selling jewelry. I'm more interested in marketing. Yes, in marketing. Like I like selling jewelry, not to get me wrong. But for me, how can I get people to see the beauty of something and then get them to get what I'm selling?
Afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayomide Olasunji Olasukomi. I'm an interior designer. I design interior for living. We make spaces that are small, beautiful, and we create nature.
Wow. Have you been doing that on campus?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So why did you go into it?
I think I started when I was in 100 level. I started with
What
painting.
level are you now?
500 level.
Wow. You started in 100 level.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have made a little bit of money from it.
I'll say
A lot. Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Please give it to him. We are okay with that.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Banjo Patrick, and I'm
Your name is
Banjo Patrick.
eh?
Banjo Patrick. With the project, we make tote bags, we make backpacks, we make anything. So we started this project because whenever we use
all of them. Opportunities on campus for you if you have the entrepreneurial mindset. The point for you is to be able to recognize these opportunities.
For business on campus, is there any business you can do with 500 naira? Is there any business you can do with 500 naira? Which department are you from?
Mathematics.
Mathematics, okay. You need to talk to us about the 500 naira. Who again can do something with 500 naira? Is there anyone here? If I give you 500 naira today to go and start a business, is there any business that you can do? Which department? ICT. I can take you. Oh yeah, the two of you, come and tell us. Quickly, we will be rounding up with you. I have a story to tell. Airline business. 500 naira. That one will take you a very long time before you can recoup your investment.
Actually, the business I'm into, laundry business, I started with nothing. So, based on the pay, so I need to get the soap and I wash with my hand. So, from there, God bless you. Can you see? Laundry business. One thing about if you are going to be an entrepreneur, you cannot be a lazy person. It's not for a lazy person. So, somebody washing clothes for money, but making our own money and living good out of it. So there is no job that is dirty. Do you understand? I went for a program. You know why I was asking about your department? If you are from ARE, I would not have called you. I went for a program in ARE on Thursday, I think it was Thursday, entrepreneurship presentation. So the program, I told them that they should please extend it to other levels and probably other departments. I'm already thinking on how my department will emulate such. The guy came out, the first lecturer gave me 500 naira to train this, and then we will come back. And the boy told us after 10 days, he came back with 16,000 naira. You will ask me what business? Honestly, even the activity of it, the guy just went to buy a can of pencil for 500 naira. You know, you will have 12 inside. So he was selling it 50 naira. Students will definitely buy pencil now. So he sold the first pack. That same day, he went back to buy another pack. And the third pack, the fourth pack. In a day, I think he sold about 4.5 packs. How much has he made? 500 naira, 100 naira on each pack. At the end of the day, I made 450 naira in a day. After selling the pencil for a number of days, now went to buy Bible. It was my Bible 2,000 naira per pack. It was selling 50 naira. I was making 500 naira out of Bible. And definitely, students will need Bible. They will need pencil. And one thing about it, we are always very careless. The person who put this Bible here, I'm sure will not remember to take it. We need to buy another one.
or you made it, then I will know that I can patronize you. You cannot tell me that you sew clothes, you are very ready-made. I will come and sew if a fashion there.
You understand? So if you say, I'm a fashion designer, let me see the one that you have made before. So your work will announce you, and that's why you need to put into whatever you are doing everything that you think you need to put into it.
Excellence is very, very important. So what I've come here to tell you,
opportunities on campus to do one business or the other. If you are an entrepreneur, you need to have that entrepreneurial mindset. You need to be able to turn problems into business opportunities. When some people are seeing problems, some are seeing business opportunities. Do you understand? When the problem presents itself, what they do is, what can I do? What value can I add? And at the end of the day, somebody will be willing to pay for that value. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, ma. Can we give a round of applause again for our mommy? Thank you so much, ma. That was really, really practical. So I could not stay all through. I had to go and do some errands, but that was really practical. I hope we are getting blessed. I hope we are getting blessed. We are getting to the bottom of the pot. Somebody say explosive. Say explosive. It's really going to be explosive. So I just want one or two questions briefly before we have our main speaker come up and speak, and you are going to I really can't wait. I think I'm going to sit down for that session. So Lifeline committee members, don't call me or come and disturb me. All right, one or two questions briefly. Any question? Can we have the second mic? Any question briefly? Don't be shy. If you have a question, or should we have our host here that wants to ask a question. So please, can you give him the mic?
All right. Thank you so much, Ma, for that valuable section. And my question is around opportunities that you spoke around. And okay, what if you find an opportunity?
Unique product. That's why we talk about value. So for instance, many people do laundry work. A lot of people do laundry work. But if I say, actually, get mad to do that now, you understand? So your product will sell itself. Then you yourself. Don't distinguish yourself. But another thing you need to know is that if there are too many people on ground, just like I've said, you can use price. You understand? Then after they have seen your value, your product, even when you increase the price, they don't want to go away again. There are so many things. That's why you are an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, you are thinking of what would, if you want to present that reminds me, please let me quickly say this. A program is coming, BITE, Business Innovation Talent Expressions. The program actually is a UNILAG program sponsored by Oladele
Foundation. So last month we were invited. All the other federal institutions in the Southwest were invited from the entrepreneurship department. So they said they want to extend it to other institutions. So they had BITE 1.0, BITE 2.0 was the one I attended. That's the second one. So people come to present their business. bring out our call for submission of application very soon. So submit it and we will look at it. We are going to look at it critically. It's not going to be because you are from CCF. You want to come and compete with other people. So please prepare. But we are still going to call people together to assist them on how to prepare it. You understand? So the guy that won
Father Chow or something like that, he was selling his like burger, but he had been doing it for like am I sure? Over a period of time, let me just say that. He had been doing it over a period of time, so he's able to come out with the financial implication, the cash flow, balance sheet, and all the rest. So if you have been doing business, please take record. You need to take record to know whether you are making profit or not. It's not about people are buying it from me. You understand? We want to know your profit margin. So if it's going to be a sustainable business, do you understand? So that is important. Please create a unique product. It may be something that everybody is selling, but at the same time, when you differentiate yourself from other people's products, people will definitely come for your own.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma. So, create a unique selling product. All right, so we're moving to the I'll get to the climax of this section, and it's going to be explosive. Someone will say explosive. We're having our main speaker with a clapping ovation. I call him Uncle Shegun Adilaja, though he's an architect. He's the first Lifeline committee chairman of CCF-NIFES. If you don't know, let me just make, he served as a Camp David chairman before he became the Lifeline committee chairman. So he's an artist, architect, began his creative journey crafting Lego cities in childhood. His artistic passion evolved to encompass music, mastering the piano and saxophone. He's also from CYS, if you don't know. Okay, CYS minister, he was not here. In the early 90s, he embraced programming and game development, specializing in computer graphic art and animation. Selected for a special program at the Federal Academy for the Gifted and Talented Students, Shegun developed collaboration skills, shaping his path towards architecture. His university days at the Federal University of Technology Akure saw him founding the Institute of Computer Arts and Design, Chrome Consorts Ventures, becoming a sought-after figure for architectural firms. He's a loaded man. He's a loaded man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please have your seats. Have your seats. When I was coming here, I had so many slides prepared, and I got here, I discovered that I was here to learn, and I've learned quite a lot. I'll be asking for a few numbers from the facilitators, from some of our entrepreneurs here, because I want to be doing business with many of you. You guys are wonderful. I'm super impressed. All right. You know, when you want to understand the purpose of a thing, it's good to go to the beginning. And you know, a lot of times when we're talking about profit, I remember when we were in school here, a little bit over 20 years ago, the Lifeline he spoke about then was just two people. Myself and Pastor John T. Adaimabo. We were in the garage of the secretariat then at the South Gate, and we only had one computer and a printer, and we started by typing project for students. I would never forget. If anybody told me then that Lifeline will be this, I would contest it. So I would like to commend everyone, the leadership of Campus Christian Fellowship. I would like to commend each and every one of you, and rest assured that I'm going to go back and tell the alumni what you guys are doing here. You know, something about church, you know, generally church is that we don't blow our own trumpet. The church is doing a lot, but we don't usually talk about it. You know, we don't want to be proud about it. But I think sometimes it's good if we let people know what is happening, because there are people that want to be part of this. So this time next year, I hope this will be bigger, this will be grander, this will be much more powerful. Amen. All right, so I said when we want to do anything, we'll go to the beginning. You see, one of the first, in fact, not one of the first instruction God gave to man was, the Bible says, he blessed him and said, be fruitful and multiply. It means whatever is given to you should not be eaten, should be multiplied. And if you're a Bible student, you see several instances through parables, through happenings, where God himself and Jesus Christ our Lord talked about multiplying things. It's either you multiply your talents, whatever you're given is a seed. It's supposed to come back as an harvest. And when God wants to bless, remember one other point, when Jesus was leaving, before his ascension, the Bible said he lifted up his hands to heaven and he blessed them. In Luke, he blessed them. God will bless you. So when God wants to bless you, gives you what? An idea. You know, I hear it a lot. When God wants to bless you, he gives you an idea. Sadly, ideas are overrated. Ideas are a dime and a dozen. I remember a few years ago, I had an idea for a beauty pageant. I was irritated when watching TV and I see these so-called beauty queens strutting on the stage half clad, and I felt when they pick this queen, eventually this queen, what do? They do humanitarian services. Why not use that as the criteria for picking the beauty queen? I was in my room, Abiola Hall, and I thought, oh, we'll call it skin deep, because beauty is skin deep. So in that show, we'll have people that are physically disabled, and they can actually win as beauty queens because they know actually how to reach out and actually help people that really need. And I crafted this beautiful show, and guess what? I didn't share it with anybody. It was one of many ideas I had. A few years later, I turned on my TV. It was not a local show. It was not someone that could have met me at any time. It was not someone that it was even possible for my idea to have crossed our table. It was Oprah Winfrey. And I watched the show, and it was as if it was word for word. I went into my closet, I started looking for my diary. You know why? Because when the idea drops in your mind, it's like rain. The rain falls on the godly and on the ungodly together. And these ideas only obey principles. If you plant a seed and you water it and you plant it on the right soil, it will germinate. If you like, be a tongue-talking Christian, be breathing fire. If you go and plant your seed on the rock, it will not germinate. So quickly, I'm going to skip through my slides because I want us to actually leave home, go home with something important. Ideas are meaningless if you do not execute. No matter the idea you have, it is of no meaning if you do not do what the young men and women that came out here, what they did, which is to act on it. It's of no meaning. You might as well just go to the grave with it. Don't worry, they say ideas are dying. They don't die. God will give somebody else. You are the one that has lost an opportunity. So what am I here to tell you about today? I'm here to tell you how to activate these ideas in the simplest possible way. Even though while sitting here, I've heard a lot of these points. In fact, by the time you go through my slide, you're going to see some of these points, and it's going to reinforce the fact that every speaker that has spoken here are speaking fact. The only challenge, one of the speakers, I'm trying to remember his name, that spoke about sales and marketing, what he said, and which I'm going to reiterate again, is that And it is sad truth. Not everyone seated here would live here with anything concrete from everything you have heard. That is fact. I was listening to Kunle Shorinyo a few days ago. He was talking about the word foolish. That when a Christian says the word foolish, is a Christian committing sin. And he tried to explain that when the Bible says, "Oh, ye foolish Galatians," that is because there are traits that when you exhibit, they are foolish. That is not an abuse. Sometimes it's just a person demonstrating some certain traits. Because the Bible says, the fool says there's no God. So if you say there's no God, you are foolish. It's not an abuse. It's just a behavior. There are some of us that procrastinate. There are some of us that are pessimistic. We only see the negative. You have an idea, you only see the 1,000,001 reasons why it will not work. I'm here to tell you today, if you don't break out of that mode, you may not be able to make use of much of the knowledge you are learning. Knowledge is beautiful. It's only beautiful when you can activate it. Praise the Lord. So, what's a talk like this without some quotable quotes? That's why I said I'll start with quotable quotes. So quickly, I'm going to just talk about 3 things. I'm going to talk about how you can identify your potentials. I'm going to run through it very quickly. Very quickly. I'm going to talk about how you can identify your potential. I'm going to start with that. So, there are 4 things to note in identifying your potentials. And the first one is self-assessment. Second, skills and strength. Then passion and purpose. And then continuous learning and growing. I'm going to start with self-assessment. When we're in secondary school, and we're maybe junior secondary school, a lot of us did not know where we're going to be in art class or science class. Am I right? I know my son is 13 now. He's about to get into SS1. And he's really confused. When he sees me drawing with AutoCAD, he comes to sit by me. He can't really draw, but I'm an influence to him. He likes what I do. He likes the fact that he likes games and he sees me doing 3D. And he's thinking, so this can be applied in so many ways. But then he can't draw. Sometime last week, I noticed he picked up a paper and started drawing. He's been drawing all week long. Just drawing and drawing. And in my mind, I'm laughing. You don't have to be an architect. Your father is an architect. Your mother is an architect. My wife is an architect, by the way. You don't have to be an architect. You can be whatever you want to be. And he says, no, I know you're saying that, but I just want to learn how to draw so I can widen my options. You see, in self-assessment, at every stage in life, you need to assess yourself and know the things you have the strengths for. But in saying this, I'm going to quickly point out something to you. In assessing self, a lot of the cognitive skills you have today are only pointers to the kind of things you can do. They are not exact. So I'm going to give you an example. If I place a piece of paper here right now and I draw this young man here, you see, study has it that the same faculty of my brain that is required to store the information I'm seeing long enough for me to look down and draw it is the same part of the brain that I need to retain memory. The fact that I can draw does not mean I can't be a good lawyer and remember the 3,000 journal I read a year ago. It's the same faculty of your brain that you need for both. Let me give you another cognitive skill that I've just displayed in drawing this man. Steady hands. The fact that you have steady hands and you can draw can actually point you to being a good surgeon in future. So what am I saying? The fact that you can draw does not mean you're an artist. Raw talents are only pointing you roughly in the direction of the raw gifts that God has deposited in you. Some of the things that will take you forward. There are other factors. I'm going to talk about them briefly. I'm going to go quickly. So I'm going to go to strengths and skills. The second thing you need to assess. The people here, some of them learned a particular skill. The fashion designer, my sister is one. I know it's not easy to just jump into. You have to learn something. My young man here has learned how to crochet. But at the same time, in making groundnuts, he may not know how to make groundnut. He's selling it. Mommy's daughter. But there's a skill involved. Sales and marketing. There's a skill involved. If it's your strength, you need to be able to assess yourself and identify it. Not everyone will be a technician. For entrepreneurship to thrive, you need the technician, you need the manager, and you need the entrepreneur. A lot of times the technicians think they are the most important. I always talk about this thing. It's called the E-myth, the entrepreneurship myth. While technicians are very important, sadly, technicians are the most easily replaceable. In my organization, if I need to downsize, shocking, the manager will not be the first to go. The person doing sales and marketing will not be the first to go. He is the technician. If there are 4 of them, I'll ask 3 of them, can you do the work of 4 people? So while being a technician is important, while being highly skilled is very important, it's also good to understand that for entrepreneurship to thrive, you need more than the technical skill to do it. You need marketing, you need sales, you need management, you need financial intelligence, you need to know how to do your taxes, you need to understand how to register your business, you need to know how to negotiate. So I'm going to run through it quickly. Passion and purpose, the best part. Can I see a show of hand? How many of you are doing what you are passionate about today? Let me see your hand very well. Okay. How many of you are not really doing the courses you are passionate about? Let me see. Just be honest with me. Let me see. You're not passionate about it. Let me see. All right. Thank you. See, I love passion. I love passion. Passion can make you endure the worst seasons in your entrepreneurial journey. However, passion is not what you use to set up businesses. Passion is a vehicle that helps you ride the difficult time. But the passion itself, a good business is started based on demand, not passion. A good business is started based on demand, meeting a need, creating value for people around you, not what you are personally passionate about. If you are passionate about it and you cannot make money off it, make it a hobby. Hello? Make it a hobby. When I was in this fellowship, I played keyboard, I played the saxophone, I enjoyed playing it very much. I worked in a few studios in Akure then, when non-linear editing just started. I set up studios for the TV station. I was good with IT, you know. But there was something I always did. I tried to look at the people before me and ask myself that, is this what I want to turn out to be? Of all the skill sets I had and all the things I could do. And there was one truth when I was doing my self-assessment. The truth was this: I was not naturally gifted for music. I learn quickly. I'm like a sponge. If you put me by something that is soapy, I'll be soapy. If you put me beside water, I'll be water. What happened then was, how many of you know Style Plus? You know them? Yeah, we were roommates. Tolusi, we're all roommates. I was in CYS. Yeah, we're roommates. I was in CYS, and I was the IT person teaching all of them. Wale Oni, I was teaching them how to use computers for this. They were the music people. They were the ones that gifted the music. But because I watched them play, I found out I picked it easily. Naturally, if I try to sing, you run out. In fact, I think I was one of the first persons ever picked into CYS just because they liked me. You know how CYS audition normally is? The CYS coordinator, they already loved me. I was just that guy they liked. You know, they saw me learn keyboard in just weeks, so they said this guy is promising. So when I came for auditioning, they literally said, you know, take a bow. You know, a lot of were grumbling that I said, but I recognized one thing. What I learned in 3 months, people that were naturally gifted, like Bro Toby Azan, then who later became CYS coordinator, he learned in 2 days. I could teach well. I was the one teaching them. What took me 3 months to learn, I teach them, they learn in 2 years. And this guy is gifted in music. So I didn't deceive myself. I knew I could not make a career out of music. There was something else in me that made it easy for me to learn music and every other thing. When I was graduating, I think I knew over 25 different softwares professionally. And I was running a training school. I was teaching most of the lecturers. I was teaching the governor then, the cabinet. I was the guy that was go-to guy to come and set up training school. Training was my forte. I talk. I mean, some of my staff here, I can talk from now till tomorrow. I can do it free. So if you're paying me to do it, oh my God. Really? So because I could teach, I could learn. You cannot teach without learning. So it was easy for me to learn how to play the saxophone and teach it and find my students better than me. So today, if you check my portfolio or my profile, what I have inside is not so many works I've done, it's so many students I've had. Commissioner in Ekiti State, Shemfakwa Ade, Tolusi himself. Some of these people are bigger than me today. When they mention my name, I'm just like, thank God, because I know they're really big. When they say it, I recognize that God helped me identify this while I was in this house. Praise the Lord. All right. So passion is good, but please, make sure that you are not selecting what you will do in future just because you are passionate about it. If you're passionate about it and you do your analysis and you think it's not maybe a good selling point, you can be passionate about a lot of things. In fact, I tell people I'm passionate about making profit. So anything that can make me profit, you'll find I'm passionate about it. Today, if I tell you what I do today, you'll be wondering how. I run a primary school, I run a secondary school, I run a printing press in Lagos, I have a furniture company, we sell mattress, we're about to open a restaurant, we have a hotel in Ibadan. Hospitality, if I see a need, if I go to your hotel and I see Yahoo boys smoking and doing anything out there, the next is I need to be this man's competition. Where can I open one across here so that people like me can come here peacefully? So I'm passionate about making profit and solving problems. Am I making sense? Thank you. The next thing is continuous learning and growth. 2003, when I finished my first degree from architecture here, I was not sure. Like, someone asked a question about the course you are doing. Who asked that question? Let me see your hand. The course you are doing, if you're not good. You see, trust me on this. You don't know yet. So because you don't know yet, please put your best into whatever you do. No matter how frustrated it feels. My 300 level, I was this close to dropping out. I'll never forget. I had jury. I had designed, because I used CAD in my time. In fact, I think I was one of the first people in Akure to use CAD, AutoCAD, and the then commissioner for works brought a job that they were supposed to give Julius Berger, and they were charging them hundreds of thousands, and his son was Bratawo Lushoga. He was at SUB then. I said, there's a guy in Futa that can learn anything. And they brought me a book. I was in 100 level, going to 200 level. They brought me a book, Cybex, 4,000 pages, AutoCAD release 12 for DOS. And they brought the computer with the software in it. I'd never seen the software before. And they gave me 2 weeks to learn the software. And when I finished, I can't tell you how much they paid me because it won't make meaning to you now. Because then our school fees and hostel fee was, when they increased to 1,009, that's when we did Kola Ole Must Go. We rioted. Because our ancestors sitting in front of you, they paid 120 naira. We rioted. What do you mean? 1,900. We spoiled the old school. You know, the amount they paid me, when I finished, I bought 8 new computers. 8. That's how I started Chrome Consult at the Student Union building. That curved place. I was one of the first people to use it. I went to Lagos with the money from it because the job was supposed to be Julius Berger. They were doing road sections and they needed someone to use a computer to chart the road sections, and they gave me a book to read and they came back. Now, when I was leaving school, I was frustrated with architecture because they didn't let me use CAD. I didn't want to draw on the board. I was frustrated. I could do this thing, I could do 3D. Then I went for IT again. I came back from IT. I was celebrity on IT. I did my IT at ABDT partnership, one of the leading firms in the country. I was a celebrity there. A young guy, 400 level. When computers were not using mouse. When did you learn it? Did you travel abroad? And then I came back to school and my lecturers were just easing. Don't mind him. Okay, go and draw on your board. I wanted to quit. So when I left, I did not do my MSc in architecture. I went to do other things, project management. I went to make money. It took me 20 years to come back to school to do MSc architecture. 20 years later, when I was 40, I was forced to come back. You know why? The architecture I said I hated. 20 years, oh my God, you have no idea what the future holds. I remember a project I was about to get, a World Bank project. I was supposed to be supervising projects all through the Southwest. They were supposed to give me a car, a truck, a police escort, and they were supposed to pay me $8,000 monthly. And the project was for 4 years. And at the last phase, they asked me, but why didn't you do your MSc architecture? You kept doing MSc in other fields, kept reading. I kept reading, no. It's not as if I didn't know book. Oh. Like, no. This World Bank requires MSc architecture. MSc that will take you 2 years. $8,000. You remember I told you I'm passionate about making profit. I went back to school at 40. My class rep was a 21-year-old young guy. I call him my school father. And yeah. Hallelujah. So make hay while the sun shines. You really, the early manifestation of your talents, if only you could glimpse into the future to see what God has prepared for you, you will do everything in front of you excellently. The Bible says an excellent spirit was upon him when describing Daniel. It's not so much about I like this. I tell my children that I like it, I don't like it. It's for children, it's for kids, it's for babies. You think some of us like parenting? Hello? Oh, you think every day you like parenting? Oh, let me give you now. It's every day you like marriage. Oh. You must go from the realm of I like it, I don't like it, I'm passionate, I'm not passionate, to a realm of responsibility. What needs to be done? Who needs to do it? What do I need to learn to do that? Someone was talking to us earlier about the pyramid. That pyramid is so true. If you know how many people we need to employ right now, the problem is not that there are no jobs, is that people are not employable. Because the skills we need, you don't have. You want to earn $1 million per month. Hello? If they tell you to go and spend $100,000 doing a training that might earn you that, you start to grumble. I see it many times. People come to me on TVs, they sit in front, I'll be like, okay, so what's your expected salary? There's this someone I've already evaluated that you don't know anything apart from what you went to school to learn. Then I ask you and say, hey, sir, if you can start with 400K. And in my mind, I'm thinking, we can actually pay this man 400K. If only he knew this thing that will cost him 50,000 to learn. Or even less on Udemy or Coursera. That's why I said ideas are good, but not enough. Implementation is king. I'm going to round up quickly and talk about translating potentials into profit. I'll list out a few things that you need to know. Number one, you need to be able to do your market research. Mommy has said it. Understand opportunity and identify them. You need to be able to have your value proposition. What are you bringing to the table? People come to me at conferences like this. After the conference, say, oh, they tell me one nice idea. I have this idea. I don't know how you can be of help. I'm like, why are you asking me for? Why are you coming cap in hand? Before coming to meet me, why didn't you think, I have this idea. What can I offer this man in return? What I need for this idea, he has it. So what can I offer him? So come on, hello, can I talk to you? I have an opportunity for you. You know, I'm young. I still have the fire. You would understand because you were once my age. But I don't have the resource to do this thing. And this thing will profit both of us. If I was walking away, I would match break and turn and say, let me hear it. Interesting. Not, sir, this thing, if only I had capital. Your relationship is your capital. Your integrity is your capital. The money that you need is in someone's pocket. That money, that capital that you need is in someone's account doing nothing, sitting down there. But some of us on the altar of integrity, we have sacrificed what we could exchange for it. They give you a small assignment, you can't pull through. I remember when I just finished school, one of the first things that hurt me most, and I must talk about it when I talk to young people, I always talk about based goal. If you don't have a time limit on it, you will never do it. That's what happened to a lot of those my ideas that Oprah Winfrey stole. You know, when she stole my ideas, they were not time based. I told myself I'll do it one day. That's not the only idea they've stolen from me. I'll just be sleeping. Someone will just come and steal the idea in my dream. I'll just open TV and I'll just see the idea like, this guy stole my idea again. You know, ideas are overrated. So I've talked about setting your SMART goal. Build a strong brand. Build a strong brand. Building a strong brand is crucial to establishing market presence anywhere. You know, I'm going to just mention one or two things that can help you. Consistency is part of it. Be consistent. Don't be focused on making money now. Just be consistent. Look at our parents. How many of us are parents of civil servants here? You know, when you see how much civil servants are paid sometimes, for us, I like, won't punish our people, but guess what? They'll build a house. they will raise kids. They will do what some entrepreneurs will not do because of consistency. You see that they pay. Because it's consistent, they know how to plan it. As a business person, consistency is what you need, not hammer. Don't be trying to hammer once. There's one Yoruba, I'll say it in English because of those that don't speak Yoruba. Whatever you want to eat for long, you don't rush it. You eat in trickles. Your profit margin, price your profits well, but don't overdo it. Learn the value of consistency. Let people know you for something over a period of time. It's something that helped me also. Because I was multi-talented, let me tell you the kind of conversation I used to hear. So people are talking about me somewhere and be like, you know Shegun, he's a good architect. I'm like, Shegun, is he still doing architecture? That guy's into music now. He was on that. I said, no, he's an actor. He acted one Christian movie. He's acting now. Now, there's jack of all trades, master of none, but often better than the master of two. That's what they say. It's always good to be a jack of all trades, but it's important to know when to transition and start to specialize. Any adult will tell you, even in your career, if you don't specialize, you are going to confuse your customers. Today you are sewing clothes, tomorrow you are selling granite. It's good, but try to separate the brands. Don't let one brand confuse them from the other. I lost a lot of construction jobs when people saw me doing some other thing in a big way. They thought I'd moved from construction. So what did I do? I separated the brands. I have Event Loft. Event Loft is an experiential events company. That's what we do. I'm marketing right now. We handle your event from A to Z. Conferences, and we target corporate events a lot. We just did Merck Pharmaceuticals project launch a few weeks ago. We've done Ferrin before that. We're in Kenya to launch other products. When I say we do everything, you will not believe it. From the ushers, to the screens, to the sound, to the security, to the decor in the venue, everything. That's Event Loft. Design Loft is our design agency. We do graphic design, we do web design, we do IT, and we do a bit of delve closely into architecture in the realm of design visualization. Not even architecture proper. Architecture company, separate company. Why are we separating these things? It's cheaper to actually just lump them together. But we found out people get to our website, they are confused. Today they are printing, tomorrow they are, we will go on share. You understand? So you need to create a strong brand story and engage your customers through social media. Some of the other speakers have spoken about it. I'm rounding up. Effective marketing and sales. We have someone that's actually spoken about marketing and sales. What he said, I cannot say it. I'm still going to consult him to learn one or two things. So marketing and sales, very important. As an entrepreneur, your first and most important assignment is marketing and sales. You are the CMO of your company. She said it just now. You say you are sewing. I'll immediately look at you. You are sewing clothes. If your clothes are good, I should see them first on you. So you are the first person marketing your products. Today, my wife and I, we run a school in Ibadan. And for the past couple of weeks, we've been doing a lot of renovation. It's so expensive. It's so expensive. Sometimes when I'm frustrated, my prodigies come to me and say, why are we spending this much money? This school, because it was a school we inherited then. It was a low fee paying school. And then we're now doing it level of the high fee paying school. We're taking out the roof, doing Gerard. You know what I told him? I said, I'm an architect. My wife is an architect. When people come here, they will not understand that you inherited the school this way. They say, they are bad architects. If their place looks like this. So you are the first, your product, you must show it. No matter how much it costs you. Because your price is bigger than what you are looking at. It's way beyond that. So, one more thing, financial management. Men and brethren, this is where we fail. And I must talk about it a little bit. As an entrepreneur, I want to ask a question. Please, and I want someone to raise up your hand and answer me loudly. Should you be paid first or last in your company? In a startup? Last. Who else? Who has a contrary opinion? Who has a contrary opinion? Nobody. Okay. So I'm going to give you an assignment. You are going to go online after this, go on LinkedIn and try and research it. As an entrepreneur, if you are pitching in front of me and you say what you just said, I will not give you my money. You are simply a hypocrite. Yes! Why did you go into business if not to make money? You went into business personally because you want to solve a problem, so that the returns will give you something. That is the first consideration. So that you can pay yourself a salary. If you don't pay yourself a salary, you are going to eat both the profit and the capital. If I give you money, you will chop it. Go and read what I'm saying online. Just not from me. From top business analysts all over the world. There are many reasons why as an entrepreneur, your money comes first. However, the balance is this. A worker is worthy of his keep. It doesn't mean you pull your money, others don't get paid. But it only means that when you are considering yourself and you can't bear, because whatever money you're going to make is going to come from every other person in your chain. It means you will not take more than that your money. The rest is profit for plowing over. So if you come to me to pitch an idea, when you finish pitching and talking stories and telling me that you need 2 million naira to start this business, so I now ask you, so what's your expected returns monthly as salary for managing this fund? Say, for now, I just want to do it. It's a lie. Life will catch up with you. You want to buy one handout. You want to pay for something. You will start paying. Your company money will become your personal money. I did it. See, when I was running Chrome Consult Ventures at SUB, I had close to 20 people working with me. See, these 20 people were mentees. Some of them were seniors who that just walked in and said, I want to be part of your business. And they started helping and they were learning. I was making money through them. I was one of the first 2 or 3 people in the whole Akure. I think Pastor Okitika, I'll never forget, he was one of the people that had a CD printer, CD copier that could write a CD. I'll never forget 26,000 naira. You know, when I was paying once 9, I took 26,000 naira to just buy, not a computer, just a CD writer. We're just 3 of us in the whole Akure that I had. So I'll now buy empty CDs. And I had over 10,000 gospel songs then on a computer. So people that wanted to, you know, woo a Christian sister in this fellowship, glory to God. I don't want to mention names. Some of them are married today. And I have proof. They come to me and say, Sister Susan is having a birthday. I want to make me a nice collection of songs. Gospel songs. But I have lots of love in them. And I used to burn a CD there for, I think, about 500. It was a lot of money. So I go to lectures, I come back. My boys, we used to call them Chrome boys. They will have burned CDs. They will have made money. We open dry, you see money inside. I had no bank account. In my mind, free labor. I wasn't paying. All these 20 people were eating from that business. So I remember Mega Mac was a restaurant in SUB then. They used to bring food in cooler for my boys. They will now serve everybody will eat. End of the week, they will just come and meet. This is your bill. I just tell them pay. When I left Futa on graduation, I left with nothing. No. I lived well. I enjoyed myself. But we had no account. Why am I saying this? It's good to identify opportunities. It's better to start to learn money management now. Delayed gratification. Yoruba boys, you make small money, you go and buy Camry, tiny lights. You make a little bit more, you change it to buy more zoo. You make a little bit more. You say, I want to move out from this, my mommy's house. Our wallet is too much. Let me go and rent a flat. I'm a big boy now. You go and rent. You know, so a few years ago, I met one Igbo guy at Balogun Market. I've bought, I think when I was getting married, I was there to buy fabric and some other things, and he sold things to me, and we became friends. So I was back there. Tolusi was still working at Zenith Bank, Balogun then. I went to see him. And the man met me coming out of the bank, and he was greeting me, he was prostrating in his short knicker. He greeted me, my Oga. You know we now, you are pack up, you are looking good. You want to go and see your banker friends. And he greeted me and went. And my banker friend called me and said, Shegun, that guy can employ you and employ 50 of you. Yes, now. And he came to work on the Vespa. He lives at Badagry side. He said, I'm his account officer. Confidentiality. Oh. When he has finished clearing his container, he will have 50 million naira just sitting in his account. He prostrated to greet me. My Oga, he was calling my Oga. He was even saying, yeah, buy food for me now. Hello. Don't laugh. Some of those sisters you are looking at are like that. I remember a sister that I used to go and borrow money to try to impress then. Then one day she just mistakenly opened her bank account and I saw 3 million naira inside. I wanted to collapse. I just bought that 2,000 naira recharge card earlier in the day. 2,000 naira out of my last 5,000 naira. Praise the Lord. So scaling your business is one of the last things I'm going to talk about here. Scaling your business. Your business is doing well, you want to scale. So I want to tell you something. It's not every time you scale. It's not every time you scale. You see, before you scale, you must understand that there's a capacity needed for the next level you are going to. In our school, sometimes we have students that their parents want them to have double promotion because they don't want to pay school fees. And we try to explain to them that you're going to hurt this child eventually. The child is doing well in this class. By the time you skip a class, see, that knowledge will not miraculously enter his head. Brethren, the knowledge you need for the next phase, you must acquire it before you scale. The knowledge you need for that next ladder you want to take, you don't just promote yourself. You must understand that beyond making money and demand, that next level has some certain requirements. So I'll give you a practical example. And I always talk about this when I speak sometimes to young people. Let me see someone with a good haircut here. Someone with a nice. I like your haircut. Yeah. Where do you cut your hair? Come again? Where do you cut it? Inside school. You have a particular place? Are you sure? You can't just go. You should be able to. You can't go anywhere else. You can't. One person. Thank you. I'll tell you what is happening. That person, is he the owner of the shop? Good. What's his name? You don't know. Good. Let's call him Bosun. Is Bosun an entrepreneur? Is Bosun an entrepreneur? Confident? He is. He's not. Okay, I like the answers. He is, he's not. Okay. Is Bosun a manager? Is Bosun a technician? Yes. Okay, let me tell you what's happening. Bosun is actually an entrepreneur. Bosun is a manager. And Bosun is a technician. The challenge is this. Bosun was working somewhere before. He was a good technician. He was not a manager. He was not an entrepreneur. He was just doing his thing, cutting hair sharp. Then, what's your name? Testimony came there. And then he caught Testimony's hair one day. And Testimony looked at him and said, "Ha! Bosun, oti daju. You're good. This your guy is just cheating you. You should go and rent your own shop. Ah! You will make money." What Bosun did not know that Testimony was actually digging a pit for him. If he does not have the skills required to manage and raise finance as an entrepreneur. The skill set you require as an entrepreneur to actually do business and make profit is totally different from what you need as a technician. And while it is possible to operate in these three offices, just like water can operate as liquid, as solid, and as gas. It does not mean you shouldn't be able to recognize when you are doing the work of a manager. So that when they come to you with, I don't know if they have Loma here. We have them in Lagos. All those waste management people, or Wole in Ibadan, they come and disturb you. You will be able to act as a manager of the shop and say, "Good afternoon, sir. What can I do for you?" "Oh, yes, we paid it yesterday." A technician will not remember to pay that bill because the technician is busy working. You see, I told a story about myself when people used to call me and I could not pick up. You know why? I was a technician who was required to act like a manager. When you call an office, it's a manager that you speak to. "Good afternoon, is my work ready?" Technicians don't like to talk. Because while I'm talking and having meetings, it's time. My time is, so I hated meetings. But I didn't have a manager. Entrepreneurship is about raising funds, having an idea. I didn't like talking to people about my ideas. I was even too proud for that. If you don't want to invest, don't invest. I'll still blow. Entrepreneurs don't do that. They are looking at the person and say, "This man has money. And this man, he can't have the strength to be running business anymore. I think, I can help him. This is my idea. Let me pitch it to him." One of the hardest things to do One of the hardest things to do is to be able to operate in these three things. However, it is possible. It is very possible. If you are struggling with doing it, my brother the last time said he's not good in sales and marketing. What you do is to understand. I didn't say do it to understand partnerships. So my brother here, your sister is your partner. The fact that your sister only helps smooth it because you have the similar background, trust has been developed, so she can make granite and you can come and sell. Mommy here and her daughter are partners. She's in sales department. She might be in production. In fact, she might not even be in production anymore. She might just be an entrepreneur. She might have somebody else in production now that she has paid, where you'll be producing, and she will prepare a system with which they can produce. So understand that value. Now, on a final note, I'm going to raise just 3 case studies and we're going to close. I'm going to talk about the good success stories of business and the very bad one. I'm going to start with one you know. Let me just do this. What phone is this? iPhone. Any people you go now. From here you can see and you can know. So you recognize the brand. So when I was in 400 level was when we started using phones. I remember my first line was bought for me when I was going on IT. I bought that line for 20-something thousand naira. MTN. It was so much money then. Yes, Wugidi. But we bought it. And the first phone I used was my mom's own. My mom got assigned a phone at our workplace. Mama did not know how to use it. Ericsson, beautiful phone. It was a flip phone that had a pen. You see, at that time, it was like the iPhone 15 of phones. Because she was high up in the civil service. And phones just came, and I think they just brought them and they gave her one. And she got home and she saw me operating it. And you know, mothers are excellent too. Oh my goodness, mothers are excellent. I brought her car here. When I was coming, I saw me travel. She said, don't travel with your car. This carry a small car that can easily don't carry. And she had places to go. She cancelled everything. It was that she gave me the phone. This phone was a big phone, but that phone could not take pictures. It was trending at that time. Remember, at that time also I was making money from photography. Imagine if I was stuck with photography, thinking that photography is what I would do all my life. I still do photography on a corporate level with my events company. But imagine I had that. Over time, phones came in and studios stopped working. One of the things I made money with, I can remember, was when we do product shoots for companies, for brands. When I was preparing my slide yesterday night, I said, let me put some pictures inside. I went to AI and told AI, give me a young black nerd, and he produced it. Imagine if all my life, all I wanted to be was just a model photographer, and that was all I was doing. You must be adaptable. Nokia and BlackBerry were the phones at some point. In fact, you know how embarrassing it was? The month BlackBerry folded up, technically, they still released the phone. They refused to innovate. So now the idea with business is this: when you are doing something, you package a product, you must have version 2.0, version 3.0 if you want to endure. My brother, your peanut business, I know they wrap peanuts a certain way. They've been wrapping it like that before I was born. If you indeed want to make a business out of it, you must innovate. I don't know how. It's part of the work of an entrepreneur. You must innovate. You must find a way of doing it better. That is the only way the competition will not catch up with you. You see, for any business you are doing, there's somebody with a wad of cash whose only work is to copy your business. And that thing you are struggling to do, because he has money, he will do it. What will stand you out is what is different. What is different about yours? And then you keep moving. So, iPhone came and they wanted to remove the keyboard, and people were laughing at them. We'll keep doing our BlackBerry, Nokia. Today, those companies are gone. iPhone has innovated. However, even iPhone itself, I'll ask that question again. iPhone, what is this? Who can tell me? 11 Pro. Who else? 12. Who else? 12 Pro Max. Okay. You can't tell. It's hard. This is not even 12. It's not Max. If it was Max, to be bigger than this. This is 12 Pro. It's not Max. They have stopped innovating on this particular. In their cars to Teslas. Today, there's BIC, a company in China making electric cars. Oh my goodness. Those cars are amazing. You know, the first time abusing them, China, they do fake. If they drive, if you put glass cups, stack them, and you are running on Ibadan, Akure Road, you know how bad the road is? They've done those tests, the things will stay. Tesla is still riding on entering the market first. If they don't innovate, they will be history very soon. So I'm going to use them as a good example of innovation and also a bad one. Let me give you another bad one before I close. Bad innovation. How many of you know Big Brother? How many of you know Big Brother? How many of you watch Big Brother? Let me see your hand. Let me see your hand. You watch Big Brother? I know my friend. You are not my friend again. If you know how much I detest the thing, with how much time you have, things to be doing. But let me tell you something, to just prove something to you. Even if you are not sure what the show is about, have you noticed that a lot of the companies that sponsored Big Brother still folded up? I can list PayPoint, Patricia, Heritage Bank. I'm sorry. I had to go there, man. I'm petty like that. A lot of them. You know what that means? It means good marketing can never make up for a bad product. You know how many million people who watch Big Brother? Good marketing, we've talked about marketing and sales. Good marketing can never make up for a bad product. It will only expose you. If you don't have capacity and you start marketing and marketing, you are marketing rubbish. They will come to your comment section and they will drag you like generator. On the final note, I'm going to talk just about one of such companies. There was one airline, Air something. I don't want to mention their name so that they don't sue me. You know, when my wife was turning 40, I said, let me give her a treat, and I now said, let's fly to Dubai and let's go and see what people are seeing there. I now told travel agent, put me ticket to. The man now said, convince me, let's be patriotic, let's patronize our own, and the shall booked me on Here Something. So we flew to Dubai. Glory to God. You know, I'm a very shrewd businessman, so I try to make sure that I'm spending far less than I'm making. So that trip, if it was not 40th birthday, I would not have done it. I'm a very local Ekiti man. When they even tell me ticket, I'm like, ticket. It's just like, how can I pay 1.7 million for transport fare to the long? Can't you go to Erijesha? Forget this look. Oh. So we went there. When we landed there, we discovered the place was expensive. It was like kilo day. In a single day, we were spending as much as 300,000 naira. Yeah, to be, because of the naira, the way it is, to be very modest. Your hotel bill will take about 100,000 out of that now. If you want, and my wife does not eat, she's a local girl too. She doesn't eat shawarma, she doesn't eat pizza, she eats Nigerian food. Nigerian food abroad is expensive. When they call it 60 dirham, 70 dirham, like a kilo day, you just be doing mathematics to naira. 50,000 naira to eat one food. So and then taxi fares and everything. We were there for about 6 days, and we're due to come back. And we got to the airport. We were checked out of the hotel. We got to the airport to fly back, and they said, your flight has been cancelled. La Kuli. Nobody reached out. Nobody told me. You don't know how far-reaching this thing is. The effect of this. So I'll tell you why I'm talking about it. Our 40th birthday party itself was in 2 days in Nigeria. They just didn't cancel the flight without telling us. They moved the flight by 4 days. So it means I would be in that place spending upwards of 300,000 to 400,000 every day for the next 3 days or 4 days. 4 days actually. That's 1.2 million. My life was flashing before me. Because I was like, I've overdone it. Because even the party in Ibadan, I don't pay balance for the person bringing minerals. I was like, I went, no apologies, no nothing. So I had to be calling Nigeria to be asking if the venue can please help us move dates of a big party that had invited people. After looking at the invitation list, they didn't understand what they did to me. Then I went back to Emirates and said, can I just book a quick flight? The cheapest flight was 3 million naira for one person. First class. So book a first class for her, let her go. I'll stay back in Dubai. She will now go for the birthday that I planned. I thank God for the kind of wife God gave me. She said, no way. If you are staying, I'm staying with you. Our friends and family will understand. So we sent out the notice and we moved the party by a week. We paid extra. And they sent message to everybody. 4 days later, we go back. They checked us in like nothing happened. We flew and came back. That was 3 years ago. I can never ever let them be giving the ticket free of charge. Buy from that brand again. I didn't mention their name, so you say I'm not demarketing them. Why did I tell you this story? You see, a bad experience can leave a taste in the mouth of people for so long. And some of you don't know you are doing business yet because you don't have a venture yet. Even your interaction with your classmates can leave such a bad taste in people's mouths that 40 years from today, they will talk about you and they'll say, no, I cannot do that guy. That guy cheats in exams. I'm telling you life experiences of people that graduated with me 21 years ago. People that I've met in recent times and today they don't know why I did not do business with them. Because I remember this guy, the man cheats exam. If he used to cheat during exams, he would cheat me. The value is universal. Your integrity, and that's what I'm going to leave you with here, is your biggest currency. Right now, whether you're doing business or not, your classmates, are your biggest market. Today, I have my younger brothers as commissioner. At least I have 4 commissioners in this country currently. I've had some before. If you call them and you mention my name, they will describe who I am. Forget about what I'm telling you here. Those are the people that can actually tell you. If you call like a Tolucin and say, do you know any Sheikh Elijah? It will tell you exactly who I am. I remember on my wedding day, I was taking photos and a young man walked up to me. Then he was working with MTN. He was managing all the Southwest base stations. Anyway, you see mast in Southwest. He was my Egmont. He was older. You know, it's like my mommy here. And he walked up to me on my wedding day at the wedding venue. And he pulled me aside and people thought he was telling me nice things. You know what he told me? He said, Shegun, you're a very brilliant guy. You know I love you like my brother. I met him through one of my cousins, Akin. The cousin lived in my house. He was one of my mentees. Even though my cousin was older than me, I was training him he got into TVC. He's doing very well. He's a media Mongol now. And he lived with me then. So I met him. He used to come and meet that one in my house. So he said, Shegun, I've known you for years and I love you so much. But Shegun, please. You see this lady you are getting married to? Please give her peace. I was thinking, why the peace? Don't let people be chasing you around with phone and they have to be calling her that your husband know we've been looking for him, he's not picking up call. And I said, why did you say this? He now paused. He said, okay, I'm going to tell you something. I don't want you to get angry. This person loves you, but the person also loves me. That one year, a project opened up with MTN. And he came of your cousin, because I see you guys together, and you guys say he knows so much. I want him on this project. You know my cousin has lived with me. It's like your wife or your husband. Whatever persona you put out is different. They know you. Those are the people that know you. He was there when they were chasing me around with phone and I was not picking phone. He was one of those people they call and say, help us beg your cousin. So he said, Tosin, will this impact on your job if this guy doesn't deliver? Remember they are bosom friends. They say, if he doesn't deliver, I've lost my job. You know my cousin said? He said, I love Shegun. Shegun has done so much for me. But I beg you for the love of God. Shegun does not have capacity to do this work now. You know, he told me that on my wedding day. I was confused. This same person was at my wedding. They both came for my wedding, you know. He now said, this guy loves you. And the truth is that the person that said this thing has given me so many jobs. TVC, TV Continental, I did so many jobs. So he loves me, but he was giving me jobs. But those jobs, I remember that he too will come to my house and come and sit with me when he gives me the job. So he said, I don't want this guy to get his job. He will not be calling me. I cannot look for him. So, brethren, please, on a final note, you want to be an entrepreneur, it's a beautiful journey. That notion that you pay yourself last, delete it. Do your business plan and factor yourself in. A worker is worthy of his keep. You are worthy of your keep. You may not pay yourself a lot, but factor what you pay yourself in and stick to it. Be disciplined. Your capital and your salary are two separate things. The fact that you are the entrepreneur and also the technician does not mean the technician will start dipping money and their business will not thrive. It's the reason why at least 90-something% of SMEs fail in the first 5 years. The biggest reason is because the entrepreneur has unfettered access to finance. All this family needs on that money. But above all else, your integrity is your biggest currency. You have no idea. That capital you need, if you have a good name, you will not sign one document. The last job we did, my partner is a pastor. He's the one that finances the events we do. The events we do, they will not pay a kobo. If they are bringing 50 delegates from abroad, you are going to pay all their airfare. You are going to book hotels for them. The event itself, you are going to pay for the venue. You are going to pay for everything. Then 30 days after the event, when they have meeting and say, you guys did very well, they will pay you ×2. They don't care about the money. It's what they call golden handcuff. They want to cuff you to make sure you deliver your best, but you go and look for the money. My partner on his phone, and I tell you this, I kid you not, he's a young man like us.